You're listening to the Headlock Talkover podcast, where we like wrestling and we talk about wrestling with Jack and Jeremy.
Hello, and welcome to the Headlock Talkover podcast. I am Jeremy, joined as always by Jack. How you doing, man?
I'm alright.
Good. We are talking over AEW Revolution 2021.
I thought you were right. I just realised your mistake.
That wasn't the second take, I promise. We do not have a top 5 this week, or predictions, because there's a lot of fucking news to talk about.
Yeah,
Why don't we jump into that kind of chronological?
Why can't you say that word?
I don't know. But let's continue.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll go with post-Mania stuff. Mummy's a bit injured.
So's Dom.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's new. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Bloody
He's
hell.
got a surgery or something on his elbow.
Judgment Day's falling apart.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, weird timing, isn't it?
Yeah,
For Rhea.
just a tad. And they just had a Battle Royal to decide who will take over as World Heavyweight Champion, which was won by Becky Lynch. Quite a bit of backlash for the fact that Becky won, which I don't quite understand. I don't know if you've been following that.
Yeah. It's maybe she's like the new Charlotte, where it's, we need a women's champion. Let's give it to Becky.
I get it. I do get that thinking. However, you need someone to basically fill that gap. And because Rhea's undefeated and has been for a couple of years now, you need someone to carry on that long reign to make that big moment. And that's what WWE prides itself on, is its moments.
Yeah.
It doesn't always think long term. It thinks, well, it does, but it builds towards that one moment. I think that's what they're going for.
It's like we've said before, WWE are really good when their back's against the wall, and they've been forced in this situation. And if we've learned anything from Triple H being in charge, just let things play out and it'll be fine.
Yeah, he hasn't steered us wrong yet. So I like the choice of having Becky as champion. I get that, yeah, she's won it quite a few times. She's pretty much untouchable, but she lost at WrestleMania, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So there's question marks above it all. And because she's never had to defend it yet, she'll have a chance to have quite a long reign. And we may get Rhea and Becky too come next Mania.
I think they're probably leading to Rhea and Liv.
Yeah, I did think that as soon as it came out of my mouth that Liv might be the one to take it from Becky. Possibly.
Yeah, I could see that. And that's when Rhea returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't quite understand it, but the internet wrestler community is going to do what the internet wrestler community does, I guess.
They could be gearing towards a triple threat.
Yeah, possibly. That would be pretty fun. Gunther finally came back for a little bit and announced that he's going to be in the King of the Ring tournament that is due to come up in a month or so. I believe he's the only person that's officially declared.
Woods didn't he?
Did he? Okay, I must have missed that. But who could possibly take it other than him?
Drew.
Yeah, he's the only other person that might.
King Drew.
And that would be a hell of a final.
I'd like to see it.
Definitely. But, I mean, we spoke on the last episode that we really want this sort of mad George, King George thing.
Mad King Drew.
Yeah, that's what we want. And to actually give the man a crown,
yeah,
it fits perfectly. And I bloody hope they do it. I'm going to let you take the floor here because I have literally just got the word Sheamus written down. Apparently you've got some thoughts.
Yeah, so Sheamus came back, and I don't know if you saw this, got quite a bit of backlash.
I did see.
For the way he looked. What is wrong with people?
Oh, don't.
Like, honestly, he's a bit more rotund than he was.
But the man's, what, 43?
46.
46?
46 years old, and he looks better than anyone's ever going to look. And he looks like an absolute killer.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, no one's going to look at him and go, I could take him. He's a bit fat. Are they fucking bollocks?
No, and he's never been the type to be completely shredded either.
No.
Even when he was like in his 30s and late 20s, like 2009 and stuff when he debuted. It was around that time.
Yeah, he's always been a big guy.
Yeah, he's been a big guy, but he was never like completely shredded.
And it's not like he looked like fucking Big Daddy V or anything.
No, but people have edited the photo to make it look like that as well.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I know Drew came and stood up for him, like on social media after Sheamus put that tweet out saying, I came back earlier than I thought. I didn't have time to prepare. whatever.
Yeah.
Wait and see. And then Drew fired back and said, "That's not needed. You don't need to.
No, he doesn't.
You're
need to
absolutely
justify
fine."
it.
And yeah, he's right.
And that's the heel saying that as well.
Yeah.
This is heel Drew McIntyre is like saying, "Fuck what they think, man."
Yeah.
But apparently he got the call like 2 weeks before he was due to come back. He was like, "Yeah, you're ready to come back now. So we just need you in the ring." And he was professional about it and did what needed to be done.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Sheamus is a good one, man. Like, I've always liked Sheamus. And he's done everything. Apart from the IC title.
Yep.
Everything.
Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. Yep, everything.
And when you think about it, you don't immediately think Sheamus Hall of Fame. But based on his accolades...
Yeah.
He absolutely deserves it.
The
And
more
it's
you
so
think
strange.
about it, it just makes sense. He's 100% a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sent you that clip earlier of Drew shouting down Pat McAfee's headset.
Yep.
Saying, "You need to say good things about Sheamus. This company and wrestling is doing as well as it is now because of people like Sheamus."
100%.
And he's not wrong.
Look back at Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
5-star match.
Yeah.
With Sheamus in it.
And then 5-star triple threat at Mania as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Since Triple H took over, that man's had 2. It's brilliant. So, let's move into some AEW stuff. And firstly, I owe you an apology, because whose house is it?
I told you.
Yeah,
it was in
did.
Swerve's house. It was going to happen.
I honestly did not see Tony pulling the trigger on Swerve. I thought Joe had to have a longer reign, because I know Tony likes longer reigns, particularly with the World Championship, and he only held that thing for just shy of 4 months. That's outside of the interim stuff, where it was kind of hot potatoed a little bit. That's the shortest title reign.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, if not now, then when?
Yeah.
If they didn't do it then, there was no other opportunity to do it.
I 100% agreed at the time. I just didn't think they would actually do it.
Well deserved.
What also happened at Dynasty, the only other thing that's been a weird talking point, is that Jericho beat Hook for the FTW Championship, and it seemed so strange that that's what's happened. And he's called himself the Learning Tree. I haven't been following Dynamite that closely, but I don't get it. I think this is one of those things that's just not going to land, like when he was a wizard.
He's trying to stay relevant, I think, and latch on to something that is the fans are latching onto, like Hook. So he's effectively trying to ride Hook's coattails.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's
Jericho,
a bit like, come on, man! Like you've been around for a while now. You've got to know when to step it back. Jericho, at this point of his career, could quite easily be a special attraction.
Yeah,
like he doesn't need to be on TV every week. Like drop down to part time, come in for special events. That would be the way to use him.
That would add a lot to it as well. But Jericho's one for constantly changing up his gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just what he's trying to do at the moment. And history has taught us that sometimes these gimmicks, they just don't work.
No.
He's just trying something and this just doesn't happen to stick. And to have him have the FTW title of all things, it's really bizarre.
I wonder if it's a bit of a punishment, because Hook said that he was willing to explore other options when his contract expired, didn't he?
I did hear that, yeah.
So I wonder if this was a sort of punishment for that.
What, by taking the title off him so that he's even freer to leave, because there's no attachment?
Who knows how Tony Khan's mind works.
Excellent point.
But
I considered that.
Yeah, it could be, you're not untouchable, here's a loss.
Yeah, very strange.
I don't know.
That would have been the kind of thing that Vince would have done, though, is that if someone had announced beforehand, I think with the exception of Dean Ambrose because of what he'd done, I think Vince would have been the type of guy to sort of ruin someone's credibility before they jump ship to make it less of an attraction for the other team.
Well, that's what he tried to do with FTR, and look what happened.
Yeah, that was it. I knew there was an example I was forgetting.
I distinctly remember when they were on their way out, there was something to do with itching powder, and it was Dax Harwood doing the dog thing where he was scraping his ass along the floor trying to itch his ass, and it was like, oh man.
I had absolutely blacked that out from my mind. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Only other thing, the big talking point is the Tony Khan, who has said on record that he will never make himself an on-screen personality in AEW, has made himself an on-screen personality in AEW.
Before we talk about this, because it's obviously going to be bad, one thing I've got to commend him on, the NFL Jaguars had a draft the day after and he was wearing a neck brace.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd caught that. I was going to send you a picture, but yeah, he's committed to the bit. So I'll give him that, but what the fuck is he doing, man?
I have a theory that this is going to lead to the return of Kenny Omega.
He's already been announced for next week's Dynamite.
He's going to come back and be like, what are you doing? Don't do this. and then he's going to side with them, which is going to lead to the return of MJF.
So you're going to have a full heel elite with Omega and Okada on the same team?
Yep, for now. For now.
That's insanity.
Once MJF will come back and side with Tony Khan. He's going to save AEW.
That's also weird to think.
Yeah.
Because they've
That's
had
what I think is going to happen.
Is this like Austin shaking hands with the devil? Is that what you're pitching here?
Don't say devil!
Tell me I'm wrong, though.
Yeah.
But the difference here is that Vince McMahon, for all of his faults, during like the late 90s, early 2000s, he might have been the best promo in his own company.
Yeah, that's weird to think about, isn't it?
Tony has not got that charisma. Not even close. I mean, you could give him sort of like the Bischoff treatment, possibly, but even Bischoff is pretty good on the mic, like under pressure.
Maybe this is just a catalyst, and them doing this to Tony Khan just proves a point, and then you won't see Tony Khan on TV again. They've literally just done it to do this "we're taking over AEW" storyline.
I disagree. I reckon he's going to get a taste for it.
He will, won't he?
Yeah, he's going to get a taste for it. And
he will!
He'll keep going. And then I hope he doesn't Russo himself, basically. Tony Khan World Champion 2026, calling it now. Oh, no.
Grabs that brass ring.
Yeah. That's all I've got for Dynamite. Let's move on to SmackDown.
There is another AEW thing, and it involves Will Ospreay doing a certain move to Bryan Danielson.
Of course, yeah, he did do that.
It is, what's it called? It is the Tiger Driver 91.
Yes.
Or is it the something else?
No, it's the Tiger Driver. You might be thinking because it was the Tyler Driver that Tyler Bate used to use. He renamed his Tiger Driver the Tyler Driver.
Right, yeah, okay, I might be getting confused.
Tiger Driver 91.
That's a stupid move.
Yep.
I don't like that move, and especially on someone like Danielson. I mean, I know that it seems a bit silly coming from two untrained people talking about wrestling on the internet.
Who haven't even stepped foot in a wrestling ring,
yeah,
really.
Exactly. And who are we to say what people are able to do and not do? Like, no one knows their body better than Bryan Danielson. Also, they're wrestlers and they're insane, and they will do things just to pop the crowd and themselves. And the only thing I can equate it to personally is I used to do a lot of skateboarding.
Right.
In my youth, and I would do things knowing I was going to get hurt. If someone said, "You can't ollie that 10 set," I'd be like, "Yeah, watch me." And I think wrestling moves should be banned to stop people from doing that, because I know what wrestlers are like, and they'll push themselves to take these stupid risks. And especially on someone like Danielson, who's got... I mean, he had to retire because he was having seizures and his arms were going numb. Like, why are you willingly letting someone drop you on your head?
For the art.
That's it.
It's that simple.
That's it.
But we just worry about the guy. It's that simple. We don't want that man to die in the ring. And it seems like he wants to.
I mean, not just Danielson. It could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Like, Omega took that move as well. And it was just like, yeah.
Speaking of skateboarding and doing things to hurt yourself, shall we quickly brush on the news that recently occurred about Darby Allin?
Oh, he got hit by a bus.
The man got hit by a bus in New York City.
Oh, my God.
The man can't catch a break, assuming he didn't jump in front of the damn thing himself.
The only break he can catch is his foot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just saw the picture. Darby Allin hit by a bus in New York. No details behind it. Hopefully he wasn't trying to coffin drop on top of it or something. But I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he seems all right. I mean, he posted about the thing himself, so I think he's fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the guy's not got much good luck at the moment.
No.
Good job he didn't go to Everest with that kind of luck, because I don't like his chances. And
you had to point this out to me as well. He's got a new tattoo on his face.
Yeah, he's had it for 6 months.
I didn't notice that. Is that the side he paints?
Yeah, that might be why. You only see it at the end of his matches.
Yeah, you sent me that picture of it.
That was the day he had it done.
I don't know what to think about it.
I mean, it's Darby Allin. He's going to get on his face what he wants to get on his face.
I can't talk because I have tattoos on my face, so I'm sure mine have been judged very heavily as well.
Yeah.
But each to their own. Do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it for AEW. Let's move on to SmackDown, where pretty much the only thing worth discussing is that the draft started.
Yeah, no one moved. No one seemed to move brands,
I think some
did
people
they?
moved, and I do have in my notes, I have a list of all the draft picks in order.
Okay.
So, SmackDown went first because it was their show it was being hosted on.
Mm-hmm.
Very first draft pick. Not sure how I feel about picking them as the first one, but it was Bianca Belair.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Don't know how I feel about them being the first draft pick.
They really high. They really high.
They really high.
On Bianca.
Yeah, I can see why.
They should be. I think she's a star and needs to be treated as a star.
I also think she's the one taking Jade under her wing, so there's a lot of stock going into her.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that she's main evented WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They take that out of the equation, and even then there's something there.
She was one of the first females to main event WrestleMania, and she was her and Sasha were the first people of colour to main event at WrestleMania as well.
Madness.
Which is mad statistics.
You say women of colour?
Just people of colour.
The Rock's main event at WrestleMania?
Both people in the ring.
People.
Sorry, I don't really know how to word what I'm speaking words. Face. Carry on.
Jey Uso stayed on Raw.
Yeet.
Yeet, indeed.
I haven't mentioned this on the podcast, but I love this yeet thing. I like the fact he's saying it like it's a deadly serious word. Yeet.
Well, Cody, after the Raw after Mania, because he knew that there was a chance they might be on different brands, he went to Jey, didn't he say, in the ring, until we yeet again? Until we yeet again. He's the yeet master. Mr. Yeet Down. It's when he thanked Cody as well. I appreciate you, Oos. Yeet. I love it so much. Fucking hell. Put those two in a room with microphones forever. And some what do they call it at the press conference? Libations. Libations. Yeah. Give them some libations and send them out on TV. We'll see if we feel them, sir. Next up. For the first time ever, an NXT superstar was drafted in the first round of a set of picks, which I thought was bullshit at first until I looked it up, because I'm pretty sure Finn Balor was in the first round. Yeah, that was the first thing that went into my head. But I'm pretty sure it's true, from what I remember. Carmelo Hayes got drafted to SmackDown. Seth Rollins remains on Raw. Mm-hmm. Sorry to interrupt there. I think it's mad that they've drafted Seth. I would have left him out of it, because he's not going to be around for a while, I would imagine. Well, they did announce that Roman was exempt. I was going to ask that if he was announced as part of the Bloodline or not. But it was originally, and then on the SmackDown they said, yeah, he's not. So plans must have changed last minute. He's hit Lesnar levels now, where I think he'll be like exempt. What do they call it? Free agent. Yeah. Rightly so, I'd say. He's earned it. Yeah, definitely. Randy Orton has remained on SmackDown. That was the next pick. Mm-hmm. And Bron Breakker got drafted to Raw. So you've got Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes as the two NXT standouts that have gone to either brand. Nia Jax is on SmackDown. I can't remember if she was originally on SmackDown. Which titles are on Raw, sorry? That would be the World Heavyweight Championship, the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and the Intercontinental Championship. When you say World Championship, is that Damian Priest? Yes, the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, cool. Not the Uwu Championship. Yeah, I think to be known. That's the one that Braun should be going for, I think. Yeah, that's the right call. I think Braun versus Damian Priest would be a fantastic match. Mm-hmm. The man can move the ring again. LA Knight remains on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Liv Morgan, I missed her. Liv Morgan is staying on Raw. This is what I mean. No one moved brands. Yeah, I didn't realise this. Ricochet's on Raw. Well, he might as well just be on speed on his own, because that's all he's. You mean the brand? You mean the brand speed, not physically on speed? Sure. The Bloodline were drafted to SmackDown. That would be Solo, Tama Tonga, and Paul Heyman. Mm-hmm. Sheamus remains on Raw. Can't remember. It's such a mix. Yeah, pass. I don't know. Styles remains on SmackDown. Alpha Academy remain on Raw. Andrade is on SmackDown. Cannot remember where the LWO stuff was taking place. No idea. And then Kiana James was called up. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, what a weird Who's pick. Kiana James? To be honest with you, and this is a good problem to have, there are so many talented women in NXT, they have all blurred into one. Yeah. Except for like a couple. Like Tiffany Stratton was a standout. Sol Ruka has stood out in my mind purely because it's a very unique name and her finishes are really cool. Yeah, she is really good. I was going to say there's another standout as well, and ironically I've forgotten her name. Amazing. Yeah, is it Fallon Henley? Yeah, you got Fallon Henley. She's got really good. Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Roxanne Perez. Anything else you want to talk about? Who's taking that title off Damian Priest? Go on then. Well, I was asking you, yeah. Okay. I don't think we can make a decent guess until the draft is completed, but did you pitch something to me the other day? I feel like you did. Yeah. And I think you're right. Yeah. Finn. Yeah, Finn seems like the right person to do it. It makes sense now that Judgment Day is just hanging in there, and it adds a bit of prestige to that belt as well. Not to say that Priest holding it doesn't, but he's the second person to have held it. Yeah, well, third. Oh, Jesus, yeah. I know it was short, but it wasn't that big level.
Rollins obviously comes with his own sort of lineage and prestige, and his accomplishments speak for themselves.
Of course.
And then McIntyre holding it, obviously, that speaks for itself. Priest, yeah, you could argue he wasn't NXT champion, was he? He was North American.
Yeah, only ever North American.
And then Balor's, in WWE, Balor hasn't had that many accomplishments either, has he? He was Universal Champ for a day.
Yeah, he's been IC Champ 2 or 3 times.
But I mean, it's Finn Balor. It's Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Like, he's been there 10 years.
But the man was the first ever 2-time NXT champion, I believe. It was him or Joe. I always forget which order round it went.
My initial thought was Joe, but yeah, one of the two anyway, yeah.
Oh, no, because Finn won it from Owens, so it was Finn.
Cool.
Yeah, Finn's the first ever 2-time NXT champion. He's just the right person to have around.
Yeah.
You can pretty much trust him with anything.
Yep.
He can do something funny, he can do something serious. He's got the right level of athleticism as well as like the groundwork for like storytelling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's invaluable, really. And that's one of the reasons I love him so much.
I can't wait, and I said this to you earlier, till him and Tama Tonga have a crossing. Because it's going to happen.
Because they were both in the Bullet Club.
Because they were both in Bullet. And Bullet Club is for life.
Yeah, that's true. And then I also pointed out that AJ was also in the Bullet Club at the same time.
I know that he was in the same time as Tonga. I can't remember if Finn and AJ were ever in there together.
I believe one took over as leader from the other.
Okay.
I don't know which order it was. I was not following New Japan at that time.
No.
But
who took over from Adam Cole?
Was he leader? I didn't even know he was leader. Would have been Kenny.
Oh God, I don't know now.
Yeah, there's so many. It's like NWO. There's been so many members.
Oh, I don't know. Who's leader now?
I did know that. I've forgotten.
Is it Finley's son?
Yeah, it might be David Finley.
Oh, God,
Genuinely can't remember. I just know there's a couple of cool people I like in there, like Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd?
Big fan of Gabe Kidd.
Not Tyson Kidd?
No, not Tyson Kidd.
They related?
Nope, because Gabe Kidd's English, for starters.
Oh.
He's like he talks like, imagine Will Ospreay, but he sounds like more of a twat. And that's what Gabe Kidd sounds like. And that's why I love him so much, is that he's got that, like when a 16-year-old thinks he's hard and like tries to shout at you from across the street. That's what he sounds like, but he can back it up.
I was going to try and do an impression then, but I'm not.
Yeah,
no, I don't feel confident.
I wouldn't. I don't think Gabe Kidd would appreciate that. He probably hasn't appreciated what I've already said.
No.
Anything else you want to chat about? Or shall we wrap things up and jump into Revolution?
Yeah, let's watch AEW.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Be sure to give us a like, a comment, subscribe, follow, all the good stuff. Let us know what other pay-per-views you want us to talk over in the future. We'll take everything on board. We've had 2 requests so far, and the second one will be in the pipeline very, very soon. Enjoy AEW Revolution.
AEW, bruv! Right, I got a couple of things to say about this.
Carry on.
I'm really ill, so if my voice sounds a bit funny, even more bunged up than normal, I apologise in advance. Also, I've never watched this. Not even in the build-up to this. I've never seen it.
That's fine. I can carry you through most of this. I know pretty much everyone on this card. This is actually the first time I'd ever seen it as well, because it's about, I think the first AEW pay-per-view I watched was All Out 2021, which I think is about 6 months before this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew a lot of the people going into it, and it made me realise that CM Punk was the reason I started watching AEW, because it was August this year when he turned up, and this was in March.
Interesting.
Yeah, a bit strange, isn't it?
So who's the champion at the minute?
It is Kenny Omega.
Seems like such a long time ago.
I know, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, you wait and see some of the things here. They announced a new signing on this show.
Right. Okay. So is Punk part of it now?
No. We're 5 months short of Punk signing.
What? Oh, this is still pandemic, isn't it?
Yes, as you can tell by the tiny crowd here in Daly's place in Jacksonville, Georgia, I think it is.
Okay.
So we got our opening contest here, which is the Inner Circle, Jericho and MJF versus the Young Bucks for the World Tag Team Championships.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really a fan of this match, you know? Didn't really go anywhere for me, but maybe watching it again will change my mind.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. That's such a cool T-shirt that they have. It's the Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch one.
Yeah, I think Omega wears a white version in his match, which really contrasts with the inevitable blood you get.
JR sounds very hoarse.
Yeah, he does apologise quite a few times throughout the show. He sounds worse than you do right now.
Maybe it's quite fitting, yeah. Got my Lemsip, I'm okay.
Young Bucks there with their Metalcore 2010 t-shirts.
God, they look like they've aged 10 years between now and then.
You wait and see some of the other people, because they're not the only ones. Darby Allin looks 12 in his band.
And now he looks 14.
Exactly. You were going to say 40, that's going to be right off.
What is that? Is that money that's falling down?
Looks like toilet paper to me, but it could be money. Yeah, it looks like a really light green.
I mean, it's probably not real money, right? Right?
Fuck knows, it's Tony Khan we're talking about here.
Look at MJF.
Yeah, it's weird seeing him 3 years in the past, isn't it?
He really grew into himself, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's still got a lot of the trademarks here. You'll see this with quite a few performers on the show, actually. You see the basis of what they become later on and how it's polished in time. Like MJF still does the thing where he drops to his knees as he announced, but he doesn't do the two hands for the MJ. So he just goes straight to his knees. And also his body's nowhere near as ripped as it is now.
No, he's obviously in shape, but a different shape.
There you go. So he just simply drops to his knees. I didn't realize Jericho did that smiling thing that he used to do with Sammy Guevara with MJF first, where he'd put the elbow on top of their head and just smile at the camera.
Is this before the Sex Gods?
Oh, yeah.
That's a name that didn't age very well, did it?
Yeah. The Sex Gods.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Tune in about those t-shirts.
I like them.
They look like a metalcore bands from like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah, they look like a sort of angry pop punk band.
Kind of thing you see a Day to Remember pedal.
Yeah. He's really chewing that gum.
Yeah, they love their gum.
Which one's which?
Matt is the one with the facial hair.
Okay, right. Yeah, he looks like a mat.
That's the only way I've ever been able to tell them apart. Also, we've got Wardlow down the side there.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit about him at the moment. If you'll also look very closely.
He just snatches the bow off Aubrey.
Oh, Jericho. He's having a whale of a time. If you look closely as well, Jade Cargill's in the crowd.
Where? Show me this.
She's on the left-hand side from the hard cam.
Okay. Oh, it's weird seeing, like, no crowd.
You faintly saw her there. You've got to look up at the white hair. They do point her out later, which I thought was quite annoying. Because this is post that weird introductory promo she had.
Oh, my favourite AEW promo of all time.
This is after that, I'm pretty sure. Because
right.
They pointed her out and said that she had history with Cody.
Okay.
And it's from that promo.
So she's already done the promo. Oh, I can see it.
Yeah.
Is that her there?
That's her white hair right there.
Whoa.
She just stood there in the front row, just chilling. There are a few other people, but she's the biggest star there.
Yeah. There's a few people like Bear Country.
Bear Country are in a match in this show.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. My timeline's well skewed.
I mean, with AEW's shuffling of people and the size of their roster, I'm not surprised. It makes sense. I'm trying to remember who else is there. Sonny Kiss is there. I can see them not far away from Jade.
But JR's really talking at Wardlow. Franchise player, did he call him?
Yeah, well, I think they know what they're getting themselves in for, don't they?
Do they?
They know what they had on their hands.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
So I'm going to let you into a little secret. I don't know if we've mentioned this before or not. I hate tandem tag team wrestling where they do the same moves. I don't know why. It just seems really choreographed to me. It really takes me out of it. I tell you who's really bad for it. DIY is really bad for it.
Oh, that would explain a lot, wouldn't it?
Well, not just that. FTR are really bad for it as well.
Yeah, but they're like, yeah.
The match that those two had was in NXT when they were the Revival and they kept doing like tag team finishes through the ages.
Yes.
I was like, oh, come on.
But I think that's supposed to sort of cement how well they know each other as partners. And particularly with the Young Bucks, they're brothers. Hardys used to do stuff like that.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure they did tandem Twist of Fates.
Possibly.
In like the 90s and 2000s. I'm pretty sure they did. I understand your point because if there's one thing we've established through some of these episodes, I'm a stickler for like the rules and keeping it feeling like a sport.
Yeah,
not like a circus. But I do love a good spot fest at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you've got to lean into the ridiculousness of it. Like if you go to see a circus, you're not hoping someone falls. You're there to watch the theatrics of it. And that's what this is about.
He didn't really cut him in half, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, that dropkick looked fucking horrible. Oh, my God.
I mean, you're talking about a man in his late 40s here trying to do drop kicks and lion salts.
Oh, there's no try about it. He did it. JR sounds... What are those stomps? Wardlow's better than that.
Not at this point.
Not in those shoes.
Not in these shoes.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Speaking of being very unsportsmanlike, as we said earlier, Aubrey lets them do what the fuck they want during this match. There's one occasion I think I saw where she actually stopped some of them entering the ring because of tag team rules.
Right. She's like, all her matches, she's in business for herself anyway.
There you go. She's there like, come on, guys, get out of the ring. I'm not going to force you, but just, maybe consider leaving the ring. You know you're supposed to.
Yeah, she's too distracting as a referee, I think. Like, just her facial expressions and like her mannerisms is...
You've seen Bryce Remsburg referee, right?
I have.
Yeah. Guess who referees the main event, Jack?
Of course.
Yeah. I've got a soft spot for Bryce Remsburg, though, because he refereed the Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan match.
Yeah.
Where he basically did a match all on his lonesome.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, though. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's like one of those so bad it's good kind of things.
God, Jericho is absolutely gassed, isn't he?
Yeah, we're 5 minutes in.
God, he's handsome, Wardlow, isn't he?
He's a handsome fella. And this is why he's still got the long hair as well.
They should never have cut his hair.
He looks too generic, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. You can't strut like that.
He's always strut like that.
I know.
He wishes he was Ric Flair. Which is funny because Ric Flair's in AEW now.
A couple of years, and he won't be far off, I don't think.
Yep. So we do record some of these in advance, and this is at a point where MJF has not returned.
And do you know what's weird? I've not noticed.
Well, I've stopped watching the product really since he left.
I've been watching it sort of casually, and yeah, it's bad. Like, I've not noticed he's been gone.
Well, apparently, some recent episodes of Dynamite have been really good. Like very recently, they had a match which was Adam Copeland versus Daniel Garcia, which on paper sounds really fun. Apparently, it was really good, but I just can't bring myself to watch Dynamite anymore. And I used to watch it weekly.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
There's just something missing.
Maybe it is MJF.
Possibly, but it's polar opposites between them and WWE in terms of star power. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what they're doing wrong. But if you think of the WWE men's roster and how many stars they have, compare it to what you've got in AEW. Obviously, there is star power, but I'm not excited to see Adam Copeland or anybody like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, you throw Sami Zayn in there. I'd love to see a Sami Zayn match.
Is that QT Marshall on the side? They're just chilling on his phone.
No.
Well, he looked really excited, whoever it is. Is he asleep?
He might be. He might be the timekeeper.
Yeah.
The only reason I know it's not QT Marshall is because he is in a match in a bit.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I have 5 pages of notes on this pay-per-view. 2 pages of it are from one match.
At least you watched it.
Barely. Finished it 3 hours ago.
Oh, Jericho's struggling to get his leg up there, isn't he? He's holding on to that rope.
I think he's in better shape now than he is here.
It sort of fluctuates with him, doesn't it?
I think it depends on what he's doing because he's such an entrepreneur and he's got so many other things going on. He lets it slide.
Yeah.
Because he's got his podcast, he's got his cruises.
Oh, that didn't look good.
Yes.
That DDT did not look good.
Yeah, Matt Jackson, DDT's both MJF and Jericho. And Jericho just gets spiked on his head. One thing I will say, Nick Jackson's an alright hot tag, you know. I was quite bored in this match until this happened. And he just pulls out some really cool spots and really high energy bits.
Yeah.
I don't think we even got to the best of it yet.
I tell you what he looks like there. He looks like 3MB Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, it's because of the headband, isn't it?
It's the headband and the hair. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, well, we both know why that headband's there. Let's not pretend. I'd do the same thing if I was him.
I'd just get rid of it. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he kind of pulled it out then. I don't even know what that move is. It's like a sunset flip, but it's not.
Yeah,
It turns into like a destroyer.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just flips over and hopes for the best.
No fists, just flips.
Was that a t-shirt?
No, it was the opposite for FTR,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I was going to say, someone should have turned that into a t-shirt.
Well, it was technically the Revival, wasn't it? Because it's their WWE thing. Oh, cheeky Nando's kick from the Bucks.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's Will Ospreay's move.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
that's what he called it. Because, British wrestlers have ridiculous names for their moves.
Yeah. Doesn't he have something about the Tesco meal deal?
Yeah,
As
he
well.
does. Well, Zack Sabre Jr. has one which is, I think it's called When the Fuck Did All the Argosses Turn Up in Sainsbury's?
When did they?
Yeah, right?
Interesting.
I'm not British listeners are riveted right now.
Yeah.
Look at all that money they've got to clean up.
I know, I half expected someone just to come out and sweep it up.
It makes it worse because the hard cam's facing the ramp.
Kenny Omega comes out. You're not supposed to be the cleaner now. Oh, okay. I keep eyeing the crowd now, see if there's anyone that I recognise.
There's not many people that I recognised. I think the only ones I did were Jade, Sonny Kiss. I think Rebel's there.
Rebel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's Michael Nakazawa there, member of the Elite.
What was that?
He fucked up, that's what happened.
What was that supposed to be? I got no idea.
I think they were going for the Meltzer driver. He just moved.
Fair enough.
Jericho pushed Nick out of the way and just caught Matt into the walls of Jericho.
No, I got a bit bored earlier.
Oh, God.
And I thought this would be fun if we're watching something and we get a bit bored. Full disclosure, I stole this from a YouTube video.
Okay.
And if I remember what YouTube video is, we will link it down below. But it's a fun little quiz. You and me are big film guys.
Okay.
We like films. Can you guess the wrestler by their filmography?
Oh, okay. This should be fun.
I'll give you one now, and then I will pepper them in throughout.
Let's see how quickly I get this.
Knock at the Cabin, Glass Onion, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Dave Bautista.
It is Dave Bautista, yes.
It took me a second to realise he was in Thor Love and Thunder because I've forgotten that movie because it's shit.
Because I really want to watch it. It was Taika Waititi, wasn't it?
You do not want to watch it.
I'm so over the MCU, right?
I've been over it for a while, and that really cemented. I went to see that in the cinema, and I wish I'd asked for my money back. It was that bad.
Oh.
Which is such a shame because Ragnarok was incredible.
Yeah. The trouble with the MCU is I watched them all really close together, like back in lockdown.
Yep, I think I did the same.
Watched them all the way through. I couldn't tell you a single thing that happened in any of them.
Oh, I could. I think I've been through the beginning to Endgame twice, so I could probably tell you quite a bit. But everything after Endgame is real fuzzy.
I don't think I've watched anything after Endgame. Is that Anna Jay?
I don't know. I always forget what Anna Jay looks like. Just like a generic blonde girl to me.
Yeah, with a bit of a bitch face. You can't do DX chants.
MJF can.
Yeah, he sort of transcends like wrestling, really, doesn't he?
He does at this point.
Who's he channeling? He's doing clutch chops, JR. I wonder.
Yeah, for your little film game, this was the match to do it on, because probably the worst match of the night.
All right, let me give you another one. Jingle All the Way, The Waterboy, and Little Hercules in 3D.
Oh no, I should know this. What was the first one again?
Jingle All the Way.
Right. Oh, fuck. Who's in Jingle All the Way? I haven't seen that film in years, but I used to watch it all the time. What was the second one again?
Waterboy.
Seen that as well. I haven't seen Little Hercules, but I have seen the other two. The hell's in The Waterboy? It's a wrestler. God, we're talking 90s as well, so it's going to be someone from the New Generation era or from the 80s. Is it Jesse Ventura?
Final answer?
Yeah, go on.
It was The Big Show.
What?
He's Captain Insano in Waterboy.
What?
Yeah.
How have I forgotten that? Who is he in Jingle All the Way?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh, man. I feel like I should have known that. It has to have been a scene where Arnie was squaring up to him, fighting for the Doberman doll.
Yeah, possibly. All right, do you want another one?
Yeah, go on, give another one.
Furious 7.
Okay.
Charlie's Angels and Entourage.
Which Charlie's Angels?
That's what you get.
Fast 7
the new one.
specifically.
It was the new one.
Yeah. Fast 7 specifically. Because it won't be Roman because he was in Fast 8.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Give me those again. Fast 7.
Furious 7.
Yep.
Charlie's Angels. Entourage.
Entourage the movie. Jesus. Is it Dwayne the Dwayne?
It's Ronda Rousey.
Oh, fuck off. It's one of those, the weird one where she says she'll fuck someone if they last a minute in the ring with her.
I don't know.
There's one random scene I've seen where just a average guy wants to, offers to spend a minute in the ring with her and says, if you survive, you can fuck me. It's like,
Jesus.
Why is that a thing?
Who knows?
Spoiler, he doesn't last a fucking minute.
Want one more?
Yeah, we're rounding up this match, I think.
Scooby-Doo, WrestleMania Mystery.
Okay.
Billions.
Okay.
Blade Trinity.
Oh, Billions the TV show?
I assume so. I literally just lifted the questions from the video. I didn't do any research.
I have to assume Blade Trinity, it's going to be Triple H.
It is Triple H, yeah.
I know Dwayne Johnson for Billions.
Yeah.
He was in that. Becky Lynch, I think, was also in Billions, I believe.
It was on my watch list. I can't remember why I didn't watch it. Oh, the Young Bucks have won.
Yeah, they won. Meltzer driver. Luckily, it just gets better from here. That I believe is the worst match of the night.
Interesting.
So the second match is the match I have 2 pages of notes on.
Okay.
And that's because it's a fucking battle royal, so I had to keep track of everybody.
Oh, is it a Call Your Shot Battle Royal?
It's a casino tag team battle royal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But it's a case of Royal Rumble style rules, where there's a timer and someone joins.
That Meltzer driver is such a good-looking move.
If they can actually get to their opponent.
Yeah.
Because the run camera angle, you can just tell that they just don't touch him on the way down. It's just a power driver while someone does a flip.
Yeah.
It's like if you see a Canadian destroyer doesn't land.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a fantastic looking move, but if you can't see the impact, then the illusion's still there.
Oh, look at Tony giving him a little hug. That's nice.
Yeah, they must be very cold because Tony's wearing like a fucking fleece.
Yeah.
That Cody in AEW feels weird to see now.
Yeah, it took a few minutes for my brain to process that.
This is also before Kingdom was his theme song, which was
Jesus.
very strange.
Big Money Matt.
Yeah.
Forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, I'll fill you in on that match in a bit. Look how young Darby Allin looks.
Cajun Starks. Cajun Starks?
Cajun Starks.
Starks and Cage. Is this Team Taz?
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the Team Taz era. There it is. Look at all those teams.
I know all of those teams.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I think.
Yeah, you know exactly what's coming in the main event.
Exploding barbed wire death match. Yeah, we know the rules. We watched the FMW thing. Thanks. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
That happened. Just keep that in mind, because that's what's going to happen, Jez. That's definitely what's going to happen.
Of course.
There's going to be fire and brimstone and Kane. What am I talking about? I said Daddy's Place.
Oh, for God's sake. Welcome to Daddy's Place. It's in Georgia, so...
Justin Roberts looks just like Bela Lugosi there.
Is it because he's got that high collar?
It's the high collar.
Slick back hair.
Yeah. Why have you done that? Right, too much talking.
The Natural Nightmares. Any ideas who the members are?
It's going to be Cody and... No, okay.
No?
QT Marshall. They got their names backwards on the bottom. He looks like such a creator wrestler template.
Kind of.
He just looks so generic. There's like nothing to him that makes him stand out at all.
I'll give you that. Look, it's the Dark Order.
Is this pre or post Brody? Because I did notice JR said it's Saturday. You know what that means.
It's post Brody.
Okay.
I think during this match you hear some Brody chants.
Okay, cool. Right.
So that's Alan Angels number 5 and Preston Vance number 10.
Of course.
Of the Dark Order.
Because Brody never wrestled in front of a crowd in AEW, did he?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it was all during pandemic time.
I joined around that time. I didn't know if there was a weird crossover or anything. So, I have a real bugbear with this match.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if you can tell what it is.
Is it's something to do with the time?
The time is right fucking there on the screen the entire time. Royal Rumbles don't do that. Because it lets you get lost in the action and then brings the 10 up.
Yeah, it does.
And the fact that the time is there kind of defeats the point.
Oh, that is weird, isn't it?
I don't know if I'm being petty, but it's really annoying, particularly since the hard cam looks straight fucking at it the whole time.
I thought Preston Vance was bigger than that.
I mean, with 3 years removed from that, he could have got a lot bigger.
I mean, like, taller than that. I mean, like, Dustin is taller than him.
I mean, Dustin is pretty tall. We've established that in previous episodes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 10 was Preston Vance. I can't be 100% sure.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It's definitely Preston Vance.
Ironically, when I was taking the piss out of them for too much talking and too much words on the screen, I didn't pay any attention to the rules. Is it over the top?
Yes.
Okay.
But both members have to be eliminated for the team to be eliminated. So the reason I have 2 pages of notes, because I have to keep writing down, like, if one individual person has left and then if the whole team is eliminated. Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle join the Natural Nightmares and the Dark Order.
No posing, no anything. Who are they posing to? There's like 10 people in the crowd.
There are some people in the background, but I don't know who they are. I don't think they're fans. I think they're just employees.
They were friends and family of talent, weren't they, I think?
That makes sense, yeah. I didn't realise until you pointed out in our TNA Lockdown episode that they were part of LAX.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't know they were ever employed with Impact.
Every day's a school day. I think they were one of the first jump overs from another company. And it was like they didn't really capitalize on it. When AEW first started, they were one of the first teams to come over from TNA and another company, like in general. Mm-hmm. Say company again, Jack. Company. You know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, mind you, last year they kind of really fell out, didn't they? They had a massive falling out, the two of them.
Yeah.
And they just reconciled now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
We'll never know. Alan Angels has been eliminated, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the Seidel brothers. I didn't know Matt Seidel had a fucking brother.
Is that his brother?
Apparently, he's called Mike Seidel.
Oh, Mike Seidel.
Apparently.
Look how quick they are. They're doing nothing. What happened to Mike Seidel? Is he still employed?
I don't think so. I like Matt Seidel. I'm surprised he's still employed.
What are those tattoos up his back?
They're just stars. All the way up his back.
Oh, God. He looks like he's got the same sort of hairstyle as Colton Gunn.
Yeah. Hold that thought.
Are they coming out now?
I don't know if it's now, but they're in the match.
Okay.
10 seconds for the next team. See, this is when you should show the timer, because then we've got the anticipation and we can get lost in the action in between.
Why is there two? Why is there a little timer as well?
So people can see. It's the Dark Order again.
What?
Eva Luno and Stu Grayson.
Okay, fair enough. So there's 3 Dark Order members in there.
3 now, because Alan Angels is the only person that's been eliminated so far.
Yeah. Who's the other? Oh, Vance. Yeah, I can see him, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that move? It was like a shit bitter end.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
A shitter end.
Yeah, it's the shitter end. Fuck me. And Mike Seidel is gone.
Good.
I don't know if we'll ever see him again for the rest of our lives, so that's fine.
We can only dream.
Probably his only ever pay-per-view appearance. So, fuck him. He's taken some of Daddy Tony's money. Let's leave it at that.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Is it because Preston Vance just stands there and lets Santana Ortiz attack all 3 of his teammates and then him?
It was the sound of the kick as well. It was really loud.
Here come your guns.
God.
This is when they were the gun club. Colton's got normal hair here.
They both look so different, but they both look exactly like Billy Gunn. Like, it's really weird.
This really shows what a few years difference can make.
Yeah.
They look generic as fuck.
Oh, yeah, they're stars now.
I mean, Colton learned to just lean into the look. He's got Billy's hair right now.
They both have. They're like different eras of Billy Gunn.
Weird for me to say, but I think Austin looks a bit more like Chuck, which is weird.
Yeah, he's a bit stuck here, isn't he?
I'm Matt Seidel. That's both the Seidels gone.
What does the winner get in this? Sorry.
Tag team title match.
Oh, that makes sense. Right, I'm going to give you another quiz thing.
Yeah, carry on.
Ready to Rumble, Universal Soldier, The Return, Santa's Sleigh.
Is that spelled S-L-A-Y?
S-L-A-Y, yes.
Fuck off.
Of course it is.
The first one's the only one that rings a bell. Ready to Rumble, that's a boxing film or a wrestling film, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Here come Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi.
Who?
Look at the size of Cesar Bononi.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
He's still employed, I believe.
He is a big dude, JR, that's right.
Shame he's... I'll find a metaphor eventually.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably summed it up.
He's greener than green.
Yep.
Yeah, that was terrible. Like a reverse scoop slam, but he almost drops Colton Gunn. That was...
Look at this.
Good.
Power.
I'm big.
I'm assuming you've given up on the...
Ready to Rumble, I can only assume it's Hulk Hogan.
Goldberg.
Oh, those are the films you picked for Goldberg. You don't give me the longest yard.
I said bleep, bleep. Fuck off.
Tell you what, mate. Since we're mates, we can have another go.
I'm not having another go.
Yeah, because you've got Kevin Nash and Steve Austin and all that.
Great Carly.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell.
Don't worry, I've got more.
I know you've got more. I look forward to it. And the Varsity Blondes.
Oh, Jesus.
Look how generic Brian Pillman Jr. looks.
Look how generic they both look. It is Griff Garrison, isn't it?
Griff Garrison's correct.
Are they still... That Lemsip's kicking in. Is he still employed, Griff Garrison?
No idea.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get at.
I hope he is just so he gets a payday, but I couldn't give a shit.
No.
Nice. Famous sir onto Pretty Peter Avalon, and there he goes. Stop hugging your brother. You're in the middle of a match. And QT Marshall eliminates both of the guns in one fell swoop. And they're both part of the Nightmare family. So he's just fucked over his teammates. And QT Marshall was like, nah, fuck this, mate. I'm out of here as well. And eliminates himself.
You can't spit. This was the pandemic.
They've been tested. It's fine. Here come your bears.
Oh, God. Best new big tag teams. What else have they done?
That's a lot of adjectives.
Haven't they changed their name?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the one who isn't Ginger is the one who did that Ass Boys meme that I fell in love with.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love that moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Big boy. Him just looks like a generic trucker man.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He looks like someone, and I can't put my finger on it.
Who was the guy with the lumberjack gimmick? Big Josh. Was it Big Josh?
Yeah, let's not talk about him.
We have. Let's never again.
Yeah, that was Matt Bourne. Big Josh.
The
original Doink the Clown, yeah.
Oh, man. I keep forgetting he was Big Josh.
Yeah.
In Psycho.
Look at the talent in that ring. I couldn't tell you if a single one of them is still employed, apart from Preston Vance.
Santana and Ortiz are. Here come the Jurassic Express. Remember them?
Oh, God. Look at everyone cheering Jungle Boy. That Marco Stunt.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Marco Stunt, you know. And then good old Luchasaurus.
Are they singing the Jungle Boy theme?
Yeah.
Was that... Okay, I thought it was like a generic theme they came out to there.
No, they just came out to Tarzan Boy like they always have, I think.
Okay.
Good song, that is.
What's going on in the corner there?
Who's sleeping? Ortiz is gone. Thanks to Jungle Boy. You heard about those two trying to eliminate Luchasaurus.
The three massive men in the corner just hugging.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to lift Luchasaurus. And also that's why it's because Luchasaurus is speaking English.
Oh, he was.
And he's just knocked out Cesar Bononi, which means Avalon and Bononi are gone as well.
Oh, no. They were really over, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Jungle Boy was really fucking over.
Yeah.
And then Luchasaurus, because it was so stupid and he was such a big guy, they made it work.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
So Marco Stunt gets thrown over the top by Luchasaurus, goes to do a Hurricane Rana, and Evil Uno sells it by just running towards the corner.
These guys.
Himself. Yeah.
Butcher and the Blade.
Yes.
Why haven't they utilised them more?
I don't know. I remember when they first debuted, and I fell in love with them. I thought they were so fucking cool.
Because he had that weird mask.
Yeah.
With the one eye.
They just looked cool.
Well, I knew who Butcher was anyway, because I really like Every Time I Die.
I was going to ask if you knew about Every Time I Die.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, shit, fair enough. But yeah, they just seem to appear every now and then just disappear again.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, whether it's an injury thing or whether Butcher's got other side projects, because I know he's not in Every Time I Die anymore.
Well, they're not a thing at all anymore.
Oh, they released an album recently, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure
I think he's just not in it.
I thought they split straight after the album.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll have to check in with Liam. He always updates me on Every Time I Die stuff.
Yeah.
So we've had a bunch of people eliminated that I haven't mentioned. Stu Grayson's gone. Griff Garrison's gone. Santana's gone, which means Santana and Ortiz are gone. Evil Uno's gone, which means Uno and Grayson are gone. And Brian Pillman Jr. and Preston Vance have gone.
Dustin Rhodes has just gone as well.
Gone. So that eliminates the Varsity Blondes, the other Dark Order team, and the Natural Nightmares.
Got Private Party.
You see why I had so many pages of notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Private Party. I'm a big fan of what they can do. They're sort of AEW's answer to the Street Profits.
Yeah, just not as charismatic.
Yeah. Well, I think they're charismatic. I think having Montez Ford on the one kind of tips the scales a bit.
Yeah.
Because he's a ridiculous athlete. But Cassidy and Quen, I think is how you say his surname.
Mark Quen.
I think it's Quen. I think JR says Gwen a couple of times and it really threw me off.
All right, here we go. One more film wrestler thingy.
Lay it on me.
Fighting with My Family.
Okay.
Surfs Up to Wave Mania.
Okay.
And Santa's Little Helper.
Santa's Little Helper.
Yeah.
Okay. Not Satan's Little Helper.
No, that's a different film.
That's a very different film. For a very different reason. Well, I know The Rock was in Fighting with My Family, but I'm guessing it's not him. SCU have joined Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels.
Yep.
Nice addition.
Could be pretty good now. They can work with anybody.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen any of those three films either.
If I told you it was a bit of a trick question.
How so? I'm going to go with The Rock, because he's the only wrestler I know who's in any of those films.
It's Soraya.
Oh, of course. Is she actually in the film?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. That is weird.
I've not got many left, so I don't want to burn them.
Yeah.
Burn them out.
There are only 2 matches in.
Yeah. I'll have to try and remember the video that I just fully stole it off.
No, that's fine. Luchasaurus eliminated by both members of Bear Country, which means Jungle Boy is on his own. And the Butcher eliminates both members of Bear Country.
See, it's almost like they wanted to push them.
I think this wasn't
just
too long
stopped.
after their debut. And I remember seeing the opening promo they did with the Bunny. I was like, I fucking love these guys. And this was before I started watching AEW as well.
Yeah.
They had such a cool look about them that I was immediately interested. Now it gets interesting.
Death Triangle.
Yeah, Pac and Ray Phoenix of the Death Triangle.
Watching Pac move is just... I don't understand how he moves like that.
Because he's built like a Dorito.
He's so quick.
But there go the Blade and Mark Quinn.
Who's better than Pac and Ray Phoenix? Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, thanks for your input. Glad you're here.
I don't know why he sounded so sassy. Nobody. Thanks, Tony.
He's just grumpy because he's cold. This was also the point where I think SCU were booked quite strongly because they were the original tag team champs.
Oh, were they?
In 2019, yeah, they were the first ever AEW tag champs. But I don't know if it was... I know it was Daniels. I just don't know if it was Scorpio Sky or Frankie Kazarian, but one of them was champions with him.
Oh, yeah, because they were a three-piece, weren't they?
It's the Dark Order again.
What?
John Silver and Alex Reynolds. That is the last of them, I promise you.
John Silver's a weird shape, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's fucking strong.
Yeah.
And he's quite funny as well, so I can see why they keep him around. You're doing something right if you can get Johnny Hungy over.
Yeah. I like that they went through a stage of he just tried to get Anna Jay to crack.
Yeah.
On screen, just by doing stupid stuff.
I think they also came up with I think it might have been John Silver himself who came up with the weird Cody Rhodes thing with his theme song. The adrenaline in my soul, something, Cody Rhodes. I think that was John Silver who came up with it.
That sounds about right, yeah.
There goes Isaiah Cassidy. So Private Party are eliminated. And there goes the Butcher. So Butcher and Blade are eliminated.
Was that the last entrance?
I think so.
Oh yeah, they're doing a final
7.
Yeah. Maths.
So you've got both members of Dark Order, both members of SCU, both members of Death Triangle, and then poor little Jungle Boy.
Poor little Jungle Boy.
Deal with it. Cry me a river.
I just shrugged in case anyone... Just realised no one can see what I'm doing.
By Alex Reynolds.
You see Christopher Daniels was like, you know, shit, nearly fucking hit me. Built like a pear.
Let's not bring that back.
No.
Let's not bring the hips back into this.
They don't lie, do they? Oh, Jesus. He went over so fast, Kazarian then.
So we're down to 5. I don't think Daniels actually got eliminated. I think he just went under the bottom rope. Oh, no, he did. SCU were out. So we're down to our final 4.
There's 4 people, but 3 teams.
Yeah, both members of Death Triangle are still here. And then we've got John Silver and Jungle Boy.
Yeah, the crowd are chanting Johnny Hungy.
Johnny Hungy.
You can get anything over as long as you're, like, serious about it. I think if you don't force it and you come across genuine...
It's all about commitment.
Yeah. The meat man.
Yeah, he's meaty. You've seen the size of his arms. That's why they call him the meat man.
Yeah.
Good old John Silver.
They could just call him anything and it'd work.
Yeah, because he'd make it work.
They could call him the Sugar Man.
He'd lead right into it. Speaking of meaty, you've got just Pac and John Silver just trading blows. I didn't think the Big E meme could apply to people who only weigh 200 pounds each.
Did one of those kicks just like hit Pac in the jaw? I never understood that German suplex either. It's so fast.
Yes,
that Pac does.
Pac's barely human. That's John Silver guy.
That's such a cool move. Just walk the rope and then just punch him in the face.
Yeah, it's only people do that on the apron, and Phoenix is one of the few people who could do that on the rope.
Yeah.
So you got the 2 members of Death Triangle and Jungle Boy on his lonesome.
Okay, I know what's going to happen from here.
Do you?
No.
Why don't you make an early prediction?
No. I'm going to enjoy it.
And Pac's gone.
Okay.
So we're down to Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy.
I mean, decent match.
100%. They've definitely faced each other before.
Oh, yeah. Look at their faces. One of them's the most unexpressive wrestler on the planet, and the other's in a mask.
Jungle Boy, what fucking wasted potential.
When did they sweep up the money, by the way?
I don't know, between the matches, I'm sure. They did that whole thing where they were introducing the whole card. They must have done it then.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. That's fucking ridiculous, that suicide dive. Ray Phoenix suicide dives, and Jungle Boy kind of pushes him over him. He lands ass first on the railing.
He's scissoring. Why is he scissoring?
I think this was before the scissoring thing was a thing. I think he was sort of pointing out that he hadn't gone over the top. He'd gone through the middle. That Poison Rana never looks good.
No.
I mean, it looks good, but I'm not in a fucking rush to take one. I don't know about you.
No. There's no way to do it and not land on your head.
Jungle Boy's gone.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's Death Triangle that face the Young Bucks. I think they might be on the Dynamite next, possibly.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes. No. How long was that? I've lost all sense of time.
I think it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, the final stretch was really good.
That's when you whittle it down to the really, really good performance.
Yeah, that's it. You haven't got any bear country in there. Pac's just not selling the effects of the match.
Well, I think they were one of the last teams in, which helped. Now, I don't know if you can fill me in on what's about to happen in a moment, but I'll ask you when we get to it.
Even when Pac shouts, you can hear the Geordie accent in him, can't you?
You was just fucking calling me pet.
Why I pet?
You bastard. So we go to a backstage segment with Paul White. And I'll give you the gist of this because you ain't missing much. They're talking about the new signee and how nobody knows who it is.
Right.
And Paul White says, well, I'm not going to tell you much, but what I will say is that no one can outwork them.
Oh, I know who it is.
Instantly you know who it is. But the one thing I want to ask is, was that a thing before he joined AEW?
I don't think it was.
So it was just the gimmick that they gave him when he signed?
Yeah, maybe, because it was outwork everyone, wasn't it?
Yeah. We'll not mention names because we'll keep the audience in some sort of suspense in case they don't know who it is that signs.
For this 3-year-old pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, it's the most recent pay-per-view we've done other than the Royal Rumble, which was a weird one-off we did.
Yeah, because he didn't...
Look who it is in the crowd.
Oh, it's bloody DDP.
And Paul Walter Hauser. Don't forget Paul Walter Hauser.
Who is that? Is that Al Snow?
That's Al Snow. They're plugging OVW of all things.
Whoa. He's like, yeah, you can get the camera off me now, please.
I don't know who Paul Walter Hauser is.
Oh, right, okay.
But they decided to give him a nameplate for some fucking reason.
I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, Al Snow is, he's the owner of OVW, I think. He runs it. Netflix did a documentary on it. A documentary series on it.
Oh, Wrestlers.
Yeah, it's based on OVW.
What was that guy's name?
Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh, he's an actor.
Indulge me, Jack. What has Paul Walter Hauser been in?
He's been in some stuff, to be fair. He was in I, Tonya. He was in Black Klansman.
Oh, okay.
The Five Bloods. Cruella. He was in an episode of Community. He was in an episode of It's Always Sunny.
Oh, so he's one of those kind of actors.
He was in an episode of It's Always Sunny called D. Reynolds, Shaping America's Youth. I have a feeling that one was removed.
I feel like that's a newer one as well.
2010.
Oh, okay. Not as new as I thought.
Yeah, no idea. Rita was good, wasn't she? Or is good?
She still is good.
Yeah. Because she only, to me, she only appears and wins the title and then drops the title and then disappears again.
No, at this point, she'd been the longest reigning AEW Women's Champion.
Right, okay.
So you're thinking of her second reign.
Right.
Which is fair. It was very brief because she won it off Saraya. I think it was Saraya, and then immediately lost it to Toni Storm, which is bizarre.
Oh, yeah, because they had the new shiny toy of Toni Storm being really over.
Yeah, but you got Hikaru Shida versus Ryo Mizunami.
What's that? Won the Eliminator tournament.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
right.
all it was. But weirdly, like, they bill her like she's this really accomplished wrestler, and she's only been with one company before AEW, and it was Pro Wrestling Wave.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm not quite sure. She's no Bull Nakano. I'm confusing it with someone else who was on the FMW show.
Bull Meccano.
Yeah, she's no Bull Nakano.
No Bull Meccano. She looks like Bull Meccano.
Yeah, she gives off that vibe.
That looks like a character from Game of Thrones. And you know what? I know what character it is. Quaith.
Oh yeah. Of course, she only wore that from the neck up though, not her whole fucking body.
Pretending like I'm not a massive Game of Thrones.
Do you know what else it looks like? It looks like the weird fucking Edge entrance from his Mania match with Finn Balor. Do you remember that weird thing he wore on his head and shoulders?
No.
I'm going to find a picture of it now. I think it was last year's Mania.
That sign just said, I'm with AEW Heels.
Oh, okay.
Do they still have that belt?
No.
Because that looks crap.
I agree. I was thinking exactly the same thing. It looks horrible. Does that ring a bell?
I don't remember that at all.
Last year's Mania. That's what Edge came down in.
That was his last Mania.
Yeah. That was last year.
Jesus Christ.
That's what he came down in. And it looks fucking terrible. A skull made out of mirrors, and it just looks really fucking cheap.
I mean, it's still to be seen, but do you reckon he's tarnished his legacy going to AEW?
No, I don't think so. I think the only way you could say someone's tarnished their legacy is if they come back and nobody cares. I think if he came back to WWE, no question, he'd just be welcomed with open arms by everybody again.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird one. I think had he have just retired in WWE, it would have been fine. But had gone to AEW and doing, like, nothing, really. It just seems a bit like,
I'm trying to remember when he joined. I think it's only been a few months.
Yeah.
There's still time. He's pretty much just been feuding with Christian the whole time.
And just he's doing the CM Punk thing and just having, like, one-on-one matches with people.
This is, I think, in hindsight now, I think it's the big problem with AEW.
Right, what was happening then?
What, the weird punching, slapping thing?
She was just rubbing her chest. That one looked like it hurt, the last one, but the others were just like... It was like a hand equivalent of a stink face.
It could be a Japanese thing, because do you remember me pointing out the Shinsuke Nakamura move?
Yeah.
The foot in the corner. It could just be that.
Oh, like a sort of to embarrass you kind of thing.
Pretty much. And that very much ties into the storyline of this match, because the whole point is that these guys have faced each other many, many times before, and she just never won.
Okay.
So they lead into that, and Mizunami sort of says, you've never beaten me one-on-one, and that's not going to change now. I'm going to take your title.
So had Shida done stuff in other companies?
She must have done before she joined AEW, but I couldn't tell you what she's done. If you give me a second, I can find out.
Hey, get in the ring! Why is she looking for a weapon when she came down with kendo sticks?
In this normal match, where weapons are not allowed.
I'll just throw her into that group of men, ready to catch her. Did she just say her own name?
I don't
She's
know.
climbing up the barricade. Shida!
She might have been saying something else in English.
Did she speak English?
She must be able to. Yeah, no, I've heard her do promos.
Oh, of course, she was doing it in the promos to this.
Yeah, it looks to me like Shida has pretty much wrestled everywhere in Japan except All Japan and New Japan.
Right, so Shine, Shimmer...
Pretty much
yeah,
everything that I can see. Even DDT.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Omega was a big fan of DDT, wasn't he?
He was their world champion, I believe, at one point.
Is that Tajiri's?
I actually don't know, but it's where they got
Oh,
Takeshita
Smash.
from.
Smash is Tajiri's thing.
Because Takeshita was originally DDT. Before
Right.
he signed to AEW.
Oh, they're talking about Honor. And that's Luther in there.
Is that Luther?
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about honor and all sorts, aren't they? So they're really sort of leaning into the Japanese culture in this.
Which isn't surprising of Tony Khan. He was, say what you want about him, he's very respectful of wrestling from other countries,
Yeah.
which you can't really get in WWE, just because it's a very distinct style.
Someone is like howling like a banshee in the crowd.
Yeah, good luck spotting him, because I haven't got a fucking clue who it is.
Yeah, there's Luther, look.
Oh, yeah. See, the only time I've ever seen Luther is on his roster page, where he's pulling a fucking gurning face.
Well, he's Tony Storm's... He has the tray.
Oh, is that what he's doing now?
Yeah. He was in FMW as well. He did quite a lot of stuff over there.
Well, the only reason I ever look it up is because little insight into our private lives, every so often I'll check in and we'll go through who's undefeated in AEW.
Yeah.
Care about that. Luther, I don't think he's won a match since he joined AEW. He's the opposite of Sting.
Are they chanting Holy Shida?
No, I think they are actually chanting Hikaru Shida.
Oh.
Because it's 3 syllables, it doesn't fit.
Holy Shida's a great chant. I think considering the move she just did on the outside, I was like, that's great. That's a great chant.
That was something I forgot to bring up during the Battle Royal. What happens if they land there? Have their feet touched the floor? Because this is Daly's place where the ramp meets level with the ring.
I mean, it's out the ring, isn't it?
I guess so. But we never find out because no one gets eliminated that side of the ring.
Grown Ups 2, The Expendables, and The Condemned.
Steve Austin.
Yes, correct.
I did not know he was in Grown Ups 2.
Me neither.
I've seen Grown Ups 2 and I didn't know he was in it.
Right, I'm running out now.
This is I think this is the only match where we'll have nothing to talk about.
All right, you get. I'm just gonna finish them off.
Rattle it through because I think we've got a little bit of time left of this match and they're just going to hit each other.
Magic Mike XXL,
Okay.
The Punisher,
Okay.
John Wick.
I think I know who it is, but I didn't know they were in those films. Is it Kevin Nash?
It is Kevin Nash.
I knew he was in the Magic Mike films, which is very strange to think about.
He's in the original Thomas Jane Punisher. He's the Russian guy.
Okay.
That wears the stripy top. And he's a bouncer in John Wick in the first one.
I've seen John Wick as well, but I don't remember it at all.
He's in it very briefly.
Crazy.
Batman and Robin.
Oh, God.
The Running Man.
Oh, God.
And Predator.
Well, there's one person who's been in all three of those films, but they're not a wrestler. Or were they technically a wrestler?
It's not who you think it is.
Yeah, because that's a weird connection to have.
It's not Arnie.
What was the third one?
Predator.
Okay, I was thinking I'd only seen one of those films. I've seen two of those films. Don't remember who's in them. It's been a while since I've seen them. Based on the time, is that Jesse Ventura?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who was he in Running Man?
He's got a fairly big part in Running Man, if I remember.
He might be the commentator on the game show, possibly, or the host.
If you remember him in Batman and Robin, I'd be very surprised.
That's the one film I haven't seen out of the three.
Right. Okay. It's a little cameo thing. He's like a prison guard that holds Dr. Freeze, if I remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Of course, he's in Predator. Yeah, I'd forgotten. He's
got one of the most famous lines.
Yeah.
I don't have time to bleed. What a film.
We'll have to get around to watching a card with him on, because I don't think I've seen a Jesse Ventura match, you know.
Yeah, he retired very early, I
he
think.
did like commentary, didn't he? He was like the Taz of his day.
Yeah. That's quite a good analogy.
That's the one.
Yeah.
You poorly boy.
Just words and brain, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Good spear.
That was a pretty good looking spear.
Better than Edges.
That's not saying much, is it?
No,
Right.
it's a running cuddle. You don't see many diving leg drops anymore.
She held nothing back on that as well. Straight across her chest. Eyeshadow on her eyebrows. That's weird.
Yeah, I was trying to work out why it looked weird.
I don't know if Hikaru Shida is supposed to be playing up a little heelish here because of the weird grins she does when she's got the upper hand, but with a face like hers, she does not work as a heel. I don't think she could ever be a heel.
I think that's it. It might be the sort of giggly Japanese thing.
But she hasn't quite got that either.
Yeah.
It might be because she's got a bit of an overbite, so it gives her like that cuteness in her face. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe. We say as she's kneeing someone in the face.
But you can still be a badass and be like that. Look at Maki Ito.
Yeah, Kairi Sane.
Yeah, Kairi Sane. Although she's toned the cuteness down a bit since she came back.
Oh, I like Angry Kairi. I think she's great.
No, I definitely loved Pirate Kairi. That'll never change.
No, it was. I said it on the Rumble one. My favourite Kairi was just before she left. Was the Kabuki Warriors where Asuka would just shout in Japanese and she'd just giggle in the background. That was my favourite Kairi.
So fun. Reminds me of that weird thing with Asuka and Io Sky. That was a thing.
Sorry, what was that?
Well, the 3 punches that weren't really punches.
Yeah,
and then the knee.
She tapped her with her foot.
Good Falcon Arrow, though.
Yeah.
From Shida to Mizunami. No, I think my favourite thing was from last year when Asuka and Io Sky had a weird promo off where they just shouted at each other in Japanese and then Asuka just goes, bitch.
Yeah, that was good. You see someone translated it as well.
Yeah, it's exactly what you might expect.
Yeah, that was the baka baka baka. And leave that in if you want.
It was fun. It was fun, and they knew what they were doing. It was so good. I mean, Asuka's just so good. See, she does pulling it all out because she does a poke to the eye.
Yeah.
Which she shouldn't do, really, because she's 100% the face in this scenario.
That might be a desperation thing.
Possibly, since the underlying storyline. Yeah, I did say that right. Underlying storyline that she's just never beaten Mizunami.
Yeah. Oh, the crowd are doing that thing where they're chanting the same thing, but not at the same time. Come on, guys.
Every crowd does that.
Sort it out.
They've just got less of an excuse because it's such a small crowd. Like at Wembley Stadium, that was really bad for it.
What just happened then?
I think that was supposed to... I don't know.
It kind of looked like it was supposed to be a DDT and then didn't, and it kind of...
Either way, she'd have got the upper hand.
Yeah, whatever happened then. Is that it?
No.
It wasn't even a kick out, she just rolled over.
Yeah, a little too many near falls in this for me.
Yeah, the last couple of minutes have been very pin heavy.
Basically, the trouble in paradise there from Shida.
Is that her finisher?
I don't think so.
Apparently.
Oh, there you go. Hush my mouth.
Apparently so.
So this particular match reminded me of when AEW first started. They had a very particular style in how they booked things. They've abandoned this a bit more now, but they didn't do screwy finishes. It was pretty much a steadfast rule that Tony had, is that he would not do screwy finishes.
Right.
What he would like to do is have completely clean finishes, and then he would just have interferences after the match. So there'd just be a brawl afterwards, and sometimes it would just be a bit of a mess. So down comes Nyla Rose.
I completely forgot Vicky Guerrero was in AEW.
She might still be, possibly. I think she's still affiliated with Nyla Rose. So Nyla's just coming down and attacking everybody. Britt Baker, Maki Ito.
Oh, God. Oh, that's Rebel.
Yeah.
Has she permanently got a knee injury?
She's faking it.
Oh.
She's just holding the crutch and really hamming it up. There you go. No crutch to get in the ring.
Whose theme is that?
That's Thunder Rosa's
Oh,
theme.
right, of course it is. Yeah.
Remember Thunder Rosa?
Yeah.
He was white hot like 2 years ago, and now nothing.
AEW's women's division just hasn't changed really, has it?
Well, you've got a bunch of people added to it. You had Tony and Saraya, and this was before Ruby Soho was with the company as well.
Yeah. God, he looks horrible as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't mean horrible. I don't mean he looks ill. He looks rough.
JR is a poorly boy. Listen to his voice.
Well, those two have been working together for a long time, haven't they?
Right, they were on the American Bash.
Yeah.
So yeah, very long time. Know each other inside and out. The next up we have Miro and Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor.
This was the best man thing.
Yes.
God.
Yeah, before the Redeemer. So they go for their interview with Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor, and Miro just immediately interrupts and starts attacking Chuck Taylor, and Kip Sabian starts attacking Orange Cassidy.
Oh, Jesus.
Miro throws Chuck Taylor's head through a pane of glass. I'm hoping that was sugar glass, but I don't know if it was.
Jesus Christ. It didn't look like it, did it? Oh, is he going to drag them out onto the stage?
Pretty much.
Oh, amazing.
The fact that Miro's music is playing, and yeah, there they are. They're all coming out together. Yeah. What makes me think it is that Chuck's bleeding on his arm. So that makes me think it's not fake.
Oh, yeah. They did the wedding thing, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Miro can just shout anything, and it's so intimidating.
Yeah, I think he believes every word he says.
Why is he not world champion?
God knows. He should have been. Particularly with the Redeemer character. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
Gotta appreciate the heart of Chuck Taylor. Miro's beating the shit out of him and saying, oh, you had so many chances to stop this from happening. Are you going to say that we can stop it now? And Chuck just goes, ring the bell. Bearing in mind, Orange Cassidy's nowhere to be seen at the moment.
Yeah. The guy that got slammed through the glass by Miro is in the ring, and the one that got something by...
He got slammed onto a...
Kip Sabian is somehow indisposed in the back. He's got to make a triumphant entrance return.
Of course, but in Chuck Taylor's defense as well, he was dragged to that ring.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Orange Cassidy was just left there.
Kip Sabian is pretty good.
He's got a good look to him as well, particularly when he dyed his hair.
Yeah. He's English, isn't he?
He is. Whereas in terms of wrestler being English, it's not exactly a bell curve. You're either really, really good or shit and a scumbag.
Yeah. He keeps calling him Charles.
He knows how to get certain things over if he needs to. Remember Rusev Day?
Yeah. Who was that with?
Aiden English.
Aiden English.
Who I believe is in Impact now, but not as a wrestler.
Oh, he's a commentator, isn't he?
Yes, that was it. I can't remember if he was a commentator or if he was backstage staff or what.
He's married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter, isn't he?
Really?
I think. I might have made that up.
Kayla, I want to say. But she's
couldn't-
nowhere near wrestling.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Well, he's really bleeding from that arm, isn't he?
Yeah, it had to have been real glass.
Yeah. Crimea River. Topical. Sort of.
6 months ago.
Yeah. Was that 6 months ago?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was end of August.
Oh, Jesus.
Here he comes, Orange Cassidy, barely making it to the ring.
I mean, is he selling the effects of the attack, or is this just him running out of energy on the way to the ring?
I mean, this is Orange Cassidy we're talking about. It could be either.
Do you know what I really want to happen now? Miro get to the top of the ramp and just beel him into the ring.
Oh no, Cassidy with the orange punch straight to Miro. Was kind of playing possum, I think.
That choke slam.
It was closer to a rock bottom, I think. Speaking of people who look a lot older 3 years later.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He looks so much younger here. Bearing in mind, though, he's in his late 30s, I think.
Here?
No, I think...
Or now?
He's not far off either way. It's only 3 years difference.
Well, he's been around a long time, hasn't he? He was in PWG as Fire Ant?
I have no idea. I just know it's
Chikara, sorry.
Oh, yeah, of course. But it just took him a while to get a gimmick that really, really worked. I'm just wondering how much more room there is with the character.
They'll keep doing it.
I think it kind of peaked last year after the match he had with Moxley. I always love the bit where he does the gentle kicks and then it means so much that he actually really starts laying them in.
What happened to Miro, sorry? He had one orange punch and he's...
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, God, come on.
That punch has ended matches.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing with Cassidy's character, is that he doesn't try, but when he does try, he's one of the best.
Yeah, I was going to say, is no one going to acknowledge that tag that just happened?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They just kind of missed their cue by a couple of seconds. I don't know where Chuck's bleeding from on his face. Is it actually from his eyes?
Yeah, it looks really strange, doesn't it?
Like his tear duct is full of blood.
Unless he rubbed his face with his bloody arm.
Possibly. Oh no, Cassidy, hands in pockets. They'll never not be boring when Cassidy does those kicks. But the most entertaining part is how his opponent would react.
That's it. There's certain people that can sell it really well.
I mean, Pac had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun in that match.
Penelope up on the apron.
I don't know if she stops all motion.
That shows a lot about Miro's morals, because he just pushes Orange Cassidy straight into Ford and she goes flying.
Good save.
Jesus Christ, that was a hell of a kick from Miro onto Cassidy.
What was that?
He's just throwing him around at this point.
Just muscled him just anywhere.
But he's also not the legal man. And Bryce Remsburg is not having any of it. Here, forget your girlfriend. We've got a match to win.
Wife?
Oh, yeah, they've just been married, haven't they?
Oh, God. I thought that was it for a minute. But he's so animated.
And there's the game over onto Chuck Taylor.
Oh, there we go, yeah. I was going to say, what is it?
And there it is. Chuck Taylor taps. Miro and Sabian win. Ruthless.
Ugh. Is this before, I assume before he started properly leaning back with it?
I think so.
Because he used to go onto his back and hold on to it, didn't he? And it looked horrible.
Some best man you are, Miro.
Oh.
I mean, it's a camel clutch. It's not fun.
No.
To have that done to you.
There's a reason it stood the test of time.
Although not many people can pull it off anymore. It helps that Miro's Eastern European.
Is that Santana or is that Ortiz?
That's Ortiz.
Well, he's just staring up into space, look. Was his Jericho's idiot gimmick? Was that AEW or was that WWE?
He did both. It was Stupid Idiot in WWE.
Yeah, that's it.
So we got a backstage segment with Inner Circle, and Jericho says that the Inner Circle need to have a war council and some changes need to be made to the Inner Circle.
I don't remember this. Was this when they bring in FTR?
Could be. I don't know what happened on the following Dynamite, but I was wondering if it might be when MJF finally turned. Because I know they had a match down the line where MJF faced Jericho and Jericho couldn't play his theme song.
Oh, and the crowd sang it, yeah.
That's where it originated from, really.
Brain trust.
It's one word for them. Yeah, next up, Jack, we have the big money match. Matt Hardy versus Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, good.
I'll save you the video package here and just run you through the fact that Matt Hardy has been trying to recruit Adam Page, as he's done for many years as Big Money Matt. And Adam, being the college graduate that he is, they point out he graduated college or university to us in half the time you're supposed to. So he ain't stupid. And he switches the contract without Matt noticing when Matt signs it. And it says that the winner of this match gets the first quarter earnings of the other person. So it is quite literally a big money match.
Right, okay. I'm assuming this is... You say Kenny Omega's the champion?
He is.
So this is before their rivalry.
Yeah.
Thing, right.
Their rivalry takes place just after All Out.
Because Hangman was the one that beat Omega.
Correct. That was at Full Gear in November 21.
But you don't see it, do you? But Hangman looks like redacted.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't see the comparison.
Oh, it's weird.
Between him and the Pegasus Kid. I don't see it.
Yeah.
It might help that he's got all his teeth. That might be why.
Yeah, it's the eyes, I think.
Doesn't bode well.
No.
No, I don't see it at all.
He looks a bit like Johnny TV.
Yeah, that I'll give you. He does look a little bit like Johnny TV. Impact, Nitro, Morrison, whatever.
Melina.
Yeah, why not? Mercury. See the age difference in Page as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's only 29 here as well, which means he must be 32 now.
Okay, now. What have I been doing with my life?
Watching wrestling.
Yeah. I imagine this will be quite good.
I don't really remember anything that happens, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, it'll either be very good or it'll be bang average. I couldn't walk on that thing, I don't think. That'd spin me right out.
You've got the dollar bills going across the little top of the ramp, and it'd feel like an escalator, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or a treadmill. Don't look down. Just got to keep looking forward.
The truth is the truth.
Never trust a money-grabbing carny. P-O-S-S-O-V asshole. That's what that sign says.
What the fuck?
Who's supposed to be the carny in this situation? Is it Hardy or is it Page?
Tony Khan?
Oh, yeah, good point. Fucking carny. Yeah, this shows that how big of a deal they wanted Page to be this early on. Because they gave him the full pyro works. Although a lot of people forget he was in the first ever AEW title match. It was him and Jericho for the inaugural champion.
Whoop his butt, Hangman!
That was a sign, or
Yeah, it was.
I missed that.
He was the first ever AEW match.
No, he was the first ever AEW title match
Oh, right, okay.
with Chris Jericho. So either him or Jericho was going to be the inaugural champion.
Who was the first ever AEW match?
I don't know who opened All In. I think it was a stupid battle royal where they had MJF and Orange Cassidy in it. Could be wrong.
I'm going to look this up.
Yeah. We'll have to cover All In at some point because it's very significant historically.
Yeah. Yes.
All In 2018, I think it was.
2018.
I'm pretty sure it was 2018 because they left it a while before they did Double or Nothing.
Yeah, the inaugural AEW. So yeah, the first match, AEW All In 2018. Matt Cross defeats MJF.
Oh God, who the fuck is Matt Cross?
Jesus Christ. Tessa Blanchard defeats Britt Baker.
Oh Jesus.
Cody defeated Nick Aldis.
I'm gonna leave that.
Yeah.
Might be Double or Nothing where they had that battle royal then.
Yeah, that happened.
What the fuck is Hangman Page doing?
I forgot there was a match happening.
Yeah.
To be honest. That steel can be so slick to stand on.
Particularly when it's a fucking pipe.
Yeah. It's painted steel.
A lot of room for error on that. I'm surprised he managed to keep his balance. Mind you need a lot of balance to pull off a buckshot lariat, so who am I to judge?
Ask Punk.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's ever done it properly.
Ask Logan Paul.
Matt Hardy moves really strange.
It's because he's had multiple surgeries on his back and his hips.
Yeah, he's had problems with his lower back, hasn't he?
Yeah, loads.
Didn't his lower back compress?
Yeah, I think he's got a pelvic tilt
Or
because of it.
He fused his lumbar together, didn't he?
Yeah, if you look at him when he stands up, he's quite literally got a pelvic tilt.
Yeah, he walks.
Looks like he's sticking his ass out.
I'm just going to say, he walks like he shat himself.
Yeah, that's pretty much what a pelvic tilt does. Move the camera out of Matt Hardy's ass.
Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, me fingers!
Oh, Matt Hardy kicks the step straight into Page's fingers.
Oh, his fingers! I did something similar at work the other day.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I leant on something and it trapped me fingers.
Well, once trapped fingies. I mean, he doesn't hit you with his hand for the lariat, does he?
One of the toughest men in AEW, Hangman Page.
Yeah, millennial cowboy.
Okay. Oh, he's sucking his finger. You got a boo-boo, I'll kiss it better for you.
Biting his finger.
I know he's biting the finger.
Oh, I want you to lean into it.
I know he's pretending to bite the finger.
Do I bite Hangman's finger?
That's the guns.
I didn't see them. You must be once your match is over, just go stand over there.
Yeah, make some noise. Don't try and reinvent the turnbuckle bump.
They got to reinvent something.
You're not Bret Hart. Bret Hart's turnbuckle bump.
Yeah.
I love it. Where he just charges into the... he started doing that because he said his back was sore.
Yes, I did know that, actually.
And then he falls back onto his back anyway. Well done. I'm not going to... It's probably Goldberg's fault anyway.
Yeah, bloody Goldberg. To be fair, I think falling has less force in it than throwing yourself into it.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. Oh, bloody hell.
It was sloppy, but I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it was pinning him by his head.
Yeah, he's got that weird crucifix pin out of nowhere.
Didn't hook the leg, but he's got a good cross. Right. You and me have watched a lot of wrestling.
We have.
How do you pin with a cross?
I don't fucking know.
What's a good cross?
I think he means he got a cross. But I don't know.
He pinned him, but the cross, he didn't have the cross.
Oh, he had with the cross.
Maybe it was Matt Cross.
Thanks, Tony.
Maybe that's how you defeat MJF.
Yeah. Just
With
get a cross.
With a Matt Cross.
To be fair, the AEW commentary team is always a delight.
It's just a treasure trove of shit.
JR's age hasn't done him any favours. He makes constant mistakes with team names and match types and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he refers to a lot of people under their like WWE names.
Excalibur always talks like he's busting for a piss because it's 1,000 miles an hour, and then Tony's just happy to be there and just shouting everything. Although he's too cold tonight.
Can relate. Let's just call it a cutter. No one's ever called it a cutter.
I mean, it is a cutter.
Yeah, but come on.
I mean, the attitude adjustment is just a Death Valley driver, but there's no need to say it, is there?
Yeah. Fucking attitude adjustment. Yawning thinking about it.
Would you prefer the FU?
I did, because it was a knock on Brock Lesnar, wasn't it? That's why he started doing it. That's why it looks similar. It was you got F5, I've got FU.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yep. And then you had the STFU. The swear word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good chat.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done. That face Matt Hardy just pulled. He just like curled his like gums up into his teeth.
Well, Matt Hardy loves a good goofy smile. We know that from the past.
Yeah.
There's a 10 fucking hour video of him laughing.
Excellent. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Are you broken?
That looks weird. Yeah, what they're doing right.
Oh, fuck me.
Jesus.
Cage landed on his head and his shoulder from that German. Fucking hell.
That went from going, that looks weird, to that looks horrible, like really fast.
Stop, he's already dead.
Jade Cargill looks so bored.
Yeah,
then.
she does. Every time you see her, she looks fucking bored until the camera's on her, and she brings it up a bit. We might actually be taking it seriously, though, and trying to learn.
That's probably more likely.
I mean, she spent a lot of time with Punk and Cody in AEW. So now that all three of them are in the WWE, she's exactly where she needs to be, I think. She's got so much respect for those two. Hangman Page, on the other hand, not so much.
Well, like, Paige is the one that started the sort of butterfly effect that knocked Punk out of AEW.
Yep, so much. Because if he hadn't have gone off script...
Yeah, it was that one promo.
Sent Punk into the spiral that ended in Brawl Out, and then All In happened.
That's mad to think about, isn't it?
Always love Paige's moonsault.
It's very pretty, isn't it?
It is very smooth.
My one criticism is he doesn't turn around and look.
Yeah, he's never done that, has he? I think someone other than you has criticised him for it. I can't remember who it was.
If I was to hazard a guess, it was probably Cornette.
Could be Cornette. Could have been Regal.
But Cornette hates him. Hangnail Adam Page, I think he calls him.
I was just looking up random butterfly effects in wrestling because I figured we could bring that up since we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Owen Hart's tragic death led to the birth of TNA. Because Owen was originally supposed to be in a match for the Intercontinental Championship, Jarrett ended up holding the championship for longer, which means he held it for ransom.
Jarrett came out, was the first person after Hart died, wasn't he?
They were a team. No, they were close friends and tag partners at the time.
Right.
So Jarrett ended up with the IC title as a result, then held it for ransom so he didn't drop it to China, got fired, ended up making TNA.
That's an interesting one.
There's obviously, if Nia Jax hadn't have broken Becky's nose, who knows how different things would be for her.
Who knows?
I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that could have changed things drastically if Becky hadn't broken her nose.
Yeah, that was the birth of the man.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at Jade. She's just sat there staring.
Just watching the match. The curtain call led to Austin 316. Austin pretty much took Triple H's place on the card at that time. How different that could have been.
Yeah, I can see that. I like the fact that Private Party are back out, all showered and cleaned off. Mind you, it's been 2 hours since their match, hasn't it?
Nope. But like 25 minutes. Maybe half an hour.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours since like the start of the pay-per-view. What am I talking about?
Yeah, nowhere near.
I just looked at the time there and went, oh, that's when they wrestled.
Nope.
I forgot that's how time works.
Oh, misses it. Side effects.
That was a cool little counter.
Yeah, Buckshot Lariat into the side effect and a Twist of Fate. And Hangman just kicks out in time. Interesting one I've just seen. If Barry Windham hadn't gone to WWE in 1984, he would have got Magnum TA's push. What the rival company was. But,
Magnum TA didn't even get Magnum TA's push.
well, he was supposed to get the push. Then some bad stuff happened.
Yeah, it's a car accident.
Yeah, but Wyndham was originally supposed to do it. And there's the Buckshot Lariat. Dark Order come out and help Hangman Page. There was a lot of interference in that match, but Hangman gets the bag, I guess, the purse, whatever you want to call it.
The prize.
The money.
Is he bleeding in the mouth?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's just as rich in friendship. That's right, Tony. Oh, God, there's Colt Cabana.
He's got his Dark Order friends.
It is a good-looking move, that Buckshot.
Yeah, it's just being able to pull it off because it does not look fucking easy to do.
No. I don't know how you can't see that he looks like Redacted.
Nope, don't see it at all. He does look like Johnny TV, though. Preston Vance put his Sharpie, his 10 back onto his chest because it faded during that fucking Battle Royale.
So that means he must have showered, put his mask back on, re-Sharpied himself.
That's not even good Sharpie because it fades. Hangman Wisers. Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's just drinking from it upside down.
Might not even be beer.
Might be meth.
Yeah, drink that meth.
Yeah, I don't know where meth came. Maybe that's where he starts losing his teeth.
Oh yeah.
Starts looking like Redacted.
Oh, let's not do this.
No. Oh, is this
It's the Face of the Revolution ladder match.
Okay.
Penta doing a destroyer through a table never looks right.
No.
I think isn't that how Dante Martin fucked up his ankle?
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
His foot just turns the other way.
Stop showing the nastiest bumps. There you go. This is when Jake Roberts was in AEW.
Oh, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
His pairing with Archer was really good.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. To list some of the people in this match, because one's a secret. You got Penta El Zero Miedo versus Scorpio Sky versus Cody Rhodes versus Lance Archer versus Max Caster, and then the surprise entrant.
Is this pre-acclaimed?
No, it is the Acclaimed, because he does a rap to the ring, and we'll take a moment to listen to the rap going down to the ring. One, because it's very topical for the time, so it hasn't aged well.
Right.
And two, because he's gotten so much better in 3 years. It's ridiculous.
I just saw, Bowens then in the, okay. So is a surprise a debut then? Or?
Yes.
Right, okay. I'm trying to think who it is. It's not Christian.
I don't expect you to remember.
Because Christian they make a big deal of, don't they?
I will say it's someone I am actually quite a big fan of, and I think they should have gotten more of a chance. And they are still with AEW. And it's a literal brass ring, which is weird.
Yeah, I mean...
It feels like a dig.
Yeah, it must be.
But it just gets you a TNT Championship match on the next Dynamite.
Oh, there we go. Acclaimed. Look.
Right,
let's listen to
I'm
this.
going to turn this up.
Oh, God, that was...
He's improved a lot in 3 years, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
He references Space Jam 2. He references a controversy with a US governor. And then I've actually forgotten the second thing he said.
I did.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Seuss. He references the fact that Dr. Seuss beat his wife. And he really doesn't... We were talking earlier about how you need to commit to the bit to make it work.
Yeah.
It's like, listen!
He didn't sound like he wanted that.
Yeah, he's not projecting it like he does now. But I guess that's comes with practice, I guess.
Oh, is this the gimmick where he just pulls someone out of the crowd and just beats them?
I don't think so. I don't think he does that.
He went through that stage of, like, dragging jobbers out on his way to the ring, didn't he? And just leaving them.
Yeah, ridiculous. But he's just attacking people.
I never got his nickname, the Murder Hawk Monster.
I like it.
Just Murder Hawk.
He's got to be a monster.
Yeah, but you can look at him and guess that.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky's a really weird one for AEW because he's very hot and cold with how he's treated. He's a 3 or 4 time TNT champion.
Is he?
Yeah. Don't forget there was that weird period in, I think it was 2022, where he kept hot potatoing it with Darby Allin.
Oh God.
I think it was Darby Allin. Darby Allin?
What did you just say?
Darby Allin. Darby Allin. And I think he did a thing with Wardlow as well. He was in the mix of that.
Oh, when they turned it into like TNT Beef Club.
Yeah, pretty much.
When it was Joe, someone else, Miro and Wardlow.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like Penta.
He also looks bigger than his build weight. He's billed at 198 pounds. He doesn't look like he weighs 198 pounds.
No, he moves like it, though.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But, I mean, for contrast, Finn Balor's 190. He's billed as 8 pounds heavier than Finn Balor. He looks like he's like 220. It might be because he's short, possibly. I think he's only like 5'9".
Yeah, that makes sense. The way he gets up the ring, up the ropes there was really cool.
Yeah.
Is this the surprise?
I think so. Oh, no, it's not them. Oh, it's Cody. We forgot Cody was in this match. Jesus Christ. This was pre-Kingdom.
Oh, God, this is Cody's entrance, is it?
Yep.
Is he heel here?
I don't know. This was like in the middle of the Nightmare Factory, but I don't know if he was or wasn't. Oh, yeah, he's accompanied by Arn Anderson as well.
Oh, no, this wasn't his... I think it was unofficially called the Homelander gimmick, where he was a heel, but he was acting like a face.
Yeah, okay. This rings a bell.
Because he looked like Homelander.
He does look exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's all about presentation, I guess. There you go. This is where you get the close-up of Jade.
Oh, yeah, the Sunny Kiss. Where did Arn go? Oh, he's there. I see him.
Yeah, he's just there at ringside. Although Cody's got a bad case of shoulder in this match.
But this is the surprise, is it?
It is.
Oh.
It's Ethan Page.
Right.
Honestly, quite a fan of Ethan Page.
Forgot he was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I mean, he's really good on the mic. Like, he can really get a crowd going, particularly as a heel.
I was going to say he's really hateable.
And, I mean, his finish is the, what's it? Forgotten the name of the guy that originally did the move. The Razor's Edge. That's his finisher. What? He does the Razor's Edge.
You forgot who did the Razor's Edge?
I know it was Scott Hall. I forgot the name Razor Ramon. Okay.
How dare you?
If I'd have said Scott Hall, you'd have helped me get there.
Yeah.
I was going in my brain. I was like going Scott Hall. It's Scott Hall. What's the name of his finisher? Scott Hall. It's something to do with his name, but I can't remember his name.
The Hall drop.
Yeah, down the halls. I don't know.
Scott drop.
Those two would both team up with Dan Lambert down the line. Sky and Page.
Dan Lambert.
I love Dan Lambert.
I
as well,
forgot
to
that
be
was
fair.
a thing. Jake Roberts is like, oh yeah, oh.
Oh, he's Randy Savage, is he? Oh yeah.
He's so cool, Jake Roberts.
Effortlessly. Of course, he drank whiskey like it was water. Of course, he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Just throwing ladders at Sky and Page.
So Scorpio Sky went head first into the barrier outside and then just caught a ladder with his head in the ring.
At least he shared it with Page.
Get out.
But obviously, they don't call him the Murder Hawk Monster for nothing. He's going to just completely clean house.
The winner of this gets
a shot at the TNT title.
Okay. I can't picture who wins. I mean, wrestling logic tells me it's Ethan Page
Okay.
debuting in the match.
I'd say that during a ladder match, those rules don't really apply.
Yeah, true.
If it was a pinfall victory, yeah, kind of makes sense. Oh, I thought he was going to get another one.
I could have ended very badly, German suplexing someone holding a ladder.
Nah, Penta threw it enough, I think. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Caster looks quite green in this as well. Like, obviously, it's still there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you anything he does in this. And it's quite a spot-heavy match.
He's calling for someone in the... Who the hell is that?
Jack Evans, who I guess was also a member of the Acclaimed, which I could tell you. It's a very Preston Vance heavy show as well.
Yeah, Dark Order have been all over this.
Like I said, this wasn't long after Brody's death, so it makes sense that they would feature them a lot.
What was that NXT match where like 3 people debuted and it was a ladder match? It was Adam Cole.
Oh, the 5-star match.
Yeah.
Star Lars.
EC3 and some...
Ricochet was there. Lars Sullivan was there. Velveteen Dream was there.
Yeah.
There would have been only one more. It was Killian Dane. That was your 6.
That's a weird.
In hindsight, considering how many of them are still with the company, none.
Lars Sullivan has more 5-star matches
than Kurt
Angle.
So does Velveteen Dream.
That ladder didn't look very stable. He didn't run up there very fast.
Nope. He's no Shelton Benjamin, though, is he?
I can't imagine if Archer just does it now. Just runs it.
He's thinking about it, but you could just climb the ladder, mate.
just does a rope like front flip. He's got some shit tattoos, hasn't he? What is that shit on his back?
A cross with like a dragon's tail coming out of it.
It's just like a smudge on the bottom.
Got a tramp stamp, basically.
Yeah, he just had that for a while, didn't he?
Ethan Page is trying to sandwich Archer between the ladder, and the ladder's not giving, so he's having to literally break the ladder to make it happen.
Are they supposed to be doing something?
Oh. I don't know what
God,
he was trying to do to Sky there.
Did his face hit the corner of the ladder?
I think so. I think the commentary say so.
Oof.
There you go. Raises edge.
Yeah.
He calls it Splash Mountain, though.
I mean, Scorpio Sky was the only one he was going to do it on, let's be honest.
Hold that thought.
Oh?
He does it to someone else. I told you, I quite like Ethan Page, and he's stronger than you fucking think.
Yeah, it must be. I mean, imagine he can do it on Cody.
Uh-huh.
Caster's bigger than he looks, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Did he do it on Caster?
Nope.
Penta?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait and see. Yeah, you broke that one. Look at the fucking latches on it.
Yeah. Get it out of here.
Fuck off. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that is on his lower back. Whether it's like an umbrella or a cloud or fucking what.
Yeah, who knows? What just happened then? There's like everyone was doing their own thing.
Well, Ethan Page was climbing the ladder while putting it on Archer's neck, and Archer just lifted it.
And then, yeah, all right.
And then Penta did a backstabber. It was Cody.
Marksmanship. JR, so ill. He's so ill, he's making me feel better.
That can only be a good thing. What are you doing, Penta? What are you doing to Cody? Yeah, don't do that.
Oh God, this looks horrible.
What did I say about Penta and destroyers on things he shouldn't do destroyers on? Oh God. He does it on the ladder, and the ladder doesn't even break.
You reckon they're thinking, shit, the gimmick one's in the ring. We shouldn't be climbing that thing. I like Arn just casually stepping under it then.
Cody's in some serious pain, it seems.
Oh God. What was that thing he was holding then? Imagine if he'd have hit that.
I think it was the edge of a ladder.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy's suplexing Page, and it looked like he struggled to get Page up as well.
Yeah. Oh, is Cody getting taken out?
Yep, they're taking him to the back.
Stumps look horrible.
Not much you can do about it.
Oh, God. That looked rough.
Yeah, like I said, he's quite green. Didn't quite know how to land when Sky pulled him off the ladder.
Just let gravity do its thing. Oh, it's a massive ladder.
It's like at least 1 foot bigger than the other one, JR.
It's like another rung. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
A rung?
Yeah, 1 rung of the ladder. You got it.
Oh, it's two. 2 rungs bigger.
You apologise to JR right now.
Oh, God.
Got the 2 ladders, 4 people spot. Although it's weird seeing them at uneven heights because they're different sized ladders.
Yeah, that's probably why they got Archer on the small ladder, so they're the same.
But then Scorpio Sky's just lost in the shuffle because he's on the same ladder. Makes him look tiny.
Where's Penta? Oh, he's over there.
He's outside the ring on the right. He's looking under the ring. So what's he doing? Always brought out a chair.
Realising his dream.
Winning the mid-card championship.
That he's already held like 4 times.
Yeah. Well, he hadn't done it at this point. He's going to do it 4 times.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Although we're disrespecting a championship that had just been lost by a dead man. So.
Yeah. Is it vacant at the minute?
No. Darby's champion at the moment.
Oh, of course, because Cody beat him, didn't he, in his last match? Brody.
Oh, no, I thought he was champion when he passed.
I can't remember.
I might have to look that up. That was not a very good
cutter. What was that?
Yeah, it's a bit sloppy, some of the moves in this, but...
Cody's still in the entranceway, look.
Yeah, just he's arguing with Arn and the referees. Like, I want to go down there. Like, no, you can't.
That's Jerry Lynn, isn't it? He's arguing
Yeah,
with.
Jerry Lynn's one of them.
I'm not going to do my Jerry Lynn impression. My throat hurts too much.
I didn't know you had one.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Looking up the TNT champion, shortest reign, Adam Copeland, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He won it and then Cage challenged him, didn't he?
That powerbomb looked miserable.
Oh, no, you are right. Cody did beat him for the title.
But, yeah, I remember Cody beating him. I wasn't sure if it was for the title or not.
It was a dog collar match.
That's it, yeah.
But no, Darby is the current champion as of this pay-per-view. There you go. It was Sky with Daniels, who was the first ever tag team champion.
Is he still employed?
Yeah, he must be. I think he was lost in the collision shuffle, but they still don't know what to do with him. Problem is AEW have got so many injuries now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God.
Archer just jumps up, knees Sky in the face.
They found the right ladder to gimmick this time.
Oh, it looked like it was made of wood.
Yeah.
Like, see that?
You can see the red splinters.
Yeah. Where did Ethan Page come from? Was he in TNA?
Yeah, I think so. It said he was 2-time Impact Tag Team Champion. So yeah, it must have been.
Oh, Cody's coming out. What a fighting man.
Keeping his belt as well. Throw that weightlifting belt.
Oh, Jesus.
Doc Sampson, that's the man who looked bored.
Is that the arm that he tore?
One with the pec?
Yeah.
No, it's the other side.
Was that is mad. Like, actual madness when he did that.
Yep.
Like, the fact that they cleared him is insane. Like, do you know why they cleared him?
Go on.
Because they said that the injury, that's as worse as it's going to get. Like, you're not going to do any more damage to it. Like, that's as bad as that's going to get.
There's no chance it's getting worse.
Yeah, exactly. That's
ridiculous.
Like, the only way it's going to get worse is if your arm falls off.
I mean, I'd have classed it as an unsanctioned match, pretty much.
The fact that he did it is mental behaviour. I mean, it made an absolute star out of him.
Yeah, that made all the difference, didn't it? Oh, superplex from the top of the ladder isn't going to help things, though, is it?
And that could have only worked in this generation of wrestling. Like, knowing that we know how bad that injury was.
I disagree. I mean, obviously, you could see the injury. You couldn't lie about it. His titty was purple.
It was purple. It was swollen. It was, yeah.
But I think it would have been easier to hide back in, like, the 80s.
A rookie.
I mean, he is in this group of people. Penta and Caster at the top of the cage. Caster just kissing the back of Penta's hand.
Kissing his hand.
I forget how powerful Archer is with that choke slam.
Yeah, he doesn't need anyone to jump either, really, does he?
Throws them down. No messing around with that.
I can't believe he was signed to WWE and they didn't know what to do with him.
Well, New Japan knew exactly what to do with him. Just make him a fucking scumbag.
Do you remember him in WWE?
Nope.
Right. I'm going to show you the picture.
You do that. I remember he was in a tag team with Davey Boy Smith Jr. That's what I remember in New Japan.
Yeah. What was his name in WWE? It was Vance Archer, wasn't it?
Was it?
Because he, if I remember, he came from TNA and he was the Rock and Rave infection, and he had one of the worst win-loss ratios.
Really?
In TNA.
Ridiculous.
And they thought, how do we get this man over in WWE? Cut his hair and his beard.
Oh, fuck that.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, I hate it.
Look at that.
He just looks like a man.
He's
just a man.
Look at that. It's horrible, isn't it?
Oh, God, he looks babyface without that. Here you go.
Oh, Jesus.
He does the Razor's Edge to Lance Archer. Watch him get him up as well. He throws him.
Play.
Told you he's stronger than he thinks. Oh, Jake's getting involved. Close line to Ethan Page.
Yeah, you're not doing a DDT, are you?
No.
I tell you who.
However, he takes a super kick from Penta. Go on.
Who Vance Archer looks like.
Go on.
You've seen The Mask.
I have.
Like the bad guy in The Mask.
Yeah, he does a bit. God, he looks so generic like that. It's ridiculous.
I don't know what they thought they were doing with him.
Oh, the refs are just checking on Jake to make sure he's not going to die. He's really struggling, bless him. Oh, terrible Cody Cutter as well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
Penta's
there.
had a mare in this match.
He's too athletic for his own good.
It was not even that. He's just fumbling the spots.
Sorry. Getting distracted by Jake just facing the hard cam.
While just struggling to breathe.
And he's wearing a bright red t-shirt, so you can't, not see him.
You can't fucking miss him. And he's there just hyperventilating and trying not to have a heart attack on the edge of the ring.
It's like, oh, you took a super kick. Oh, let's look after you. And in the background, there's just people falling off ladders. Yeah, Penta does that taunt a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, I didn't realize he did it even back then.
Oh, God. That chair shot was right on, I don't think he quite hit his ankle.
No, but it was on his back and it made a hell of a sound. I do quite like this. Scorpio's just chatting shit and he pushes him off. Cody's got nothing left.
Don't stare at him. Grab the ring.
Grab that brass ring.
Okay, so this was one of the Scorpio Sky pushes.
Yep, this was when they were hot on him.
Right. Hug that ring. Yeah. You deserve it.
They gave him a fair few moments, but it's just so hot and cold. You ought to be consistent with it.
It's just AEW in a nutshell. Look at Malachi when he came in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the thing with Cody when he started as well, didn't he?
He absolutely destroyed him, yeah. Pinned him with his foot on his chest and all sorts, and then just... Bleh.
I think it was just 3 wins in a row as well. The whole point was that Cody couldn't beat him.
I got a funny feeling they're reluctant to push him now because they know he's got 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, but he is currently injured, I think, as well.
Okay.
That doesn't help things.
It's painfully obvious that him and Buddy, as soon as Triple H got back in charge, I think Tony Khan must have just gone, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That means Andrade's going. That means Black. That means Matthews.
You're going to lose a lot of your big guys.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if Ruby Soho goes back.
Yeah, those type of people would. Definitely. It's a problem. I don't think Tony would. He's got it quite good in AEW at the moment.
Yeah, I can see that. She got treated like shit in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
Well, she just no-showed, didn't she? She was just sick of the way she was being treated, and it was like, fuck this, I'm going home.
Yeah, they seemed really high on her because she went from NXT UK to NXT.
She was fine then.
Yeah, she was NXT Women's Champion.
I think she might have had the UK one as well. I don't know for sure.
And then just meh.
Came on the main roster, and they did nothing with her.
Weird. What are they talking about?
I don't know what they're talking about. What are you talking about? They're just plugging shit. But Tony just looks bored.
It's almost like we're not supposed to be seeing this.
Yeah, but they're trying to plug shit.
Like, Tony's just going to turn to him any minute. Oh, I tried your barbecue sauce last night. It was delicious.
Really, what do you think?
I had it on some chicken. It was nice.
I miss eating solid food.
I can only eat barbecue sauce now.
No lumps. Oh, look who the new signee is, Jack. Mind you, at this point you don't know, because this is what the countdown came from.
I think they knew who it was, because he did this in TNA.
Wait till the name comes up, and then you hear the crowd reaction. They don't recognise the theme song. It's only when his name is shown.
That's mad, because that was his TNA thing.
Yeah, we said this on the lockdown episode. I didn't know this was his theme song beforehand. It's one Christian Cage.
But he'd been in... It was a long time since he was in TNA from now, wasn't it? Because he left WWE.
I believe he just left WWE at this point. I think he might have let his contract run out. I think this was... No, I tell a lie. This was just after he made the one Rumble appearance in 21.
Right. This is mad, isn't it? Because this got loads of flack, didn't it? Because they hyped it up like it was going to be someone massive. And it was like, oh, it's Christian, well done. That didn't fucking age very well, did it? He is the best thing on AEW TV at the minute.
He is currently, but a mere couple of months later, he was feuding with Kenny Omega for the title.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Because he was the main event of All Out on this year.
I think it's only WWE that didn't know what to do with Christian.
Blue dots aside.
Yeah. Look at that, there's blue dots right by his head.
Oh no. Get out of the way, Tony. There you go, he just signs the contract and he's out. But no, you're absolutely right. I think he might be the most must-watch person on the AEW roster at the moment.
100%. Because he did the WWE thing, Edge and Christian, and then he left, and he was one of the first to jump to TNA.
First big name.
Yeah, and proved himself as a star.
Multiple time world champion in TNA.
Went back to WWE.
Didn't know what to do with him again. They made him world champion.
Yeah, but because of Edge.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, Edge helped him in a ladder match.
Yeah, I think he had a feud with Randy Orton somewhere around 2010.
And then they made him the centerpiece of ECW, didn't they?
Yes.
I think that's when they thought he could be he could help the younger talent. But yeah, to come back to AEW, and he's become must watch.
He is now. It took him a few years to build to that point, but he's here now. He just had to find the right gimmick, and it turns out it's just fuck your dad. That's the gimmick. That's all you need.
Oh God.
So, I don't know if we got this on the record, but there was one match on this card that I fucking loved, and it's this one.
Okay.
It's Darby Allin and Sting versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight.
Sorry, I can't get over fuck your dad.
Yeah, that's the gimmick.
It is.
Just, fuck your dad.
What is that gimmick? Break windows?
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, I don't know how far this is after Sting's debut, because I think they just showed it as part of the video package. So I think Sting hasn't been around very long at this point in AEW.
Because I remember when that happened, and I pointed out to you that when he debuted, he went round the ring and he went through 4 generations of wrestlers, oldest to youngest.
Wow, okay.
And he goes to Arn.
Yep.
And then he went to Dustin, and then Cody, and then Darby. And it was that's really cool.
Yep.
That's really cool. Ricky Starks.
Yep.
Ricky Starks wrestles like someone twice his size, and it's great. All of his moves are power moves.
Yeah, I mean, he does a spear, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
He's built like a chicken wing. He shouldn't be able to do a spear. But I do bloody love this match. And I didn't realise during the build-up of this that Ricky Starks took the piss out of Darby by putting the face paint on. Yeah. And he made it work.
When, and I mean when, Ricky Starks makes it to WWE, he's going to be a big deal.
I hope so.
I think. Oh, it's Hook.
Yeah, this is real early Hook, because Hook turns up during the match and he talks. I don't like it. He starts trash talking. I hate it. This is really before Hook became a thing. But the other thing about this match, it's cinematic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It does not happen in that ring there in Daly's place.
Okay.
And I really liked it.
Side note, you know what Taz's real name is?
No, go on.
It's Peter.
Oh, I call it Pete!
Try and get over that.
I don't want to. Take it back.
What's Excalibur's real name? I know Tony Schiavone's real name is Noah.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think it's Noah Schiavone.
Don't like that.
That's a cool name.
I mean, Excalibur's from California. He's probably got some really douchey name. Apologies to our California listeners, of course.
Excalibur. No.
Not the sword.
Not the 1981 Helen Mirren film. Excalibur. I guess
AEW.
I guess wrestler?
AEW. Ricky in his tactical vest.
Oh, God. His name is Mark with a C.
Mark what?
Mark Letzman.
Jesus. Right. We cut to a shot of Ricky Starks getting into a supercar and Brian Cage is driving. He looks completely unnatural behind a wheel.
Brian Cage?
Yeah. That does not look right.
He looks like he's never sat in a car before.
Yeah, he's so big. It's ridiculous.
Oh, they're going up the wrong way as well. Do you see that?
Oh, badasses. Get out of the car, Brian. Oh, bit of a struggle.
I thought he was pulling his trousers up there.
He's not Dusty Rhodes.
Wolverine.
It's Wolverine. That's what his t-shirt says. I actually wrote that down because I thought it was that fucking ridiculous.
Oh, God, it really is a cinematic match, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're going to put anyone in a cinematic match, Ricky Starks.
Yeah. It's also a literal street fight, basically. Although there is a ring.
Of course there is.
Yeah. And a ref.
Of course there is. Wouldn't be a match without a ref.
I know. A lot of parts of this I really enjoy. The lighting in particular was really cool. And there's one shot in particular that it made me want more cinematic matches even now, because they can work if done right.
Oh, yeah. It looked like Joey Jordison.
It did, didn't it?
Who sings Darby Allin's theme?
I don't know, and I want to add it to my personal playlist, because it's a really cool fucking like post-punk song almost.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this about me, but Joy Division are one of my favourite bands.
Okay.
And it's very post-punky. It's very...
The voice in particular is very Joy Division.
Yeah.
Ian Holloway? Ian something?
Ian Curtis.
Ian Curtis. Ian Holloway's a fucking football manager. Don't work on that front.
Let's have a look.
I just knew his name was Ian, and I know he committed suicide, which led to the forming of New Order.
Yes. He committed suicide in 79 or 80, I think.
Really? It was later than that.
It was before their second album came out, Closer. I love them so much. I watched, I don't know if you've ever seen the film about them, Closer.
I haven't yet, no.
It's so good. It's because they've been done in film a couple of times, Joy Division. They were in 24-Hour Party People.
Oh, okay.
As well, and Sean Harris plays Ian Curtis.
Okay.
And I mean, 24-Hour Party People is a comedy film.
Yeah. So we've got this black and white vignette with...
Oh, yeah, we're watching wrestling, aren't we?
Yeah. They're doing their thing where they're coming down, everything's in black and white, and Taz is having none of it. So like, there's a bunch of people dressed in like Sting masks who accompany them. Oh, it's like 20 on 2, that's fair. And then like Darby's skating around the city, and he's like, "What are you doing? Get to the match."
Darby Allin's theme is called "I Fell" by a band called Wicker Phase Springs Eternal.
That's a name.
I'm gonna listen to them.
Yeah, I think I might as well. We're both punky emo boys. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I don't know about
Don't lie. The Used. That's all I have to say.
that. What's that meant to mean?
You like The Used?
No, I don't.
Well, you know The Used.
I know who the Used are.
You know enough to censor their swear words.
Well, yeah.
There you go. So at the start of the match, they sort of go all in. Pun intended.
Yeah.
And Starks, I think it is, he throws... No, it's Cage that does it. He throws Darby up here, and he hangs onto the wall for a second before jumping back.
That's crazy.
And Tony Schiavone goes, "Oh, he was stuck on the wall like a," and he realizes he can't say Spider-Man. And he goes, like Spider,
like an Arachnoman.
He's like Spider, not a spider, just Spider.
So hang on, he can't say Spider-Man. Brian Cage has got Swolverine written across his.
Yeah, but it didn't say Wolverine, does it?
Wolverine chops. Oh God! Back of his head. He went to powerbomb him on the corner and just missed.
Oh, just picking him up with one hand by the back of his vest as well. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember when Lesnar did that to a ref?
I do. He probably did it to Zach Gowen as well.
Picked him up with one hand and just put him in the ring. I was like, oh my God. They're the same species.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to think about. Like, if aliens came down and you looked at Darby Allin and Brock Lesnar next to each other and said, they're the same species, they are.
Aliens wouldn't believe us.
You'd be like, fuck off.
No way. Sting has still got his fucking coat on.
Yeah, he has. How do you know it's Sting?
Says so on his shirt.
Yeah, okay. Is that a thing of water?
Where?
That thing next to it?
No. No, that leads to what's like below, I think.
Hell.
Yeah, I think it might just be like a cage in the middle. But
Sorry, heck.
Oh yeah, I think so. You see the drop. Shot. Fucking love that. That's really cool.
This is great.
They just shoot from one side of the warehouse to the other in one really smooth motion. It's a fucking big warehouse as well.
Oh, maybe that's there just to be a dolly for the camera.
It was still cool. We've talked about the Iron Claw before, and apparently they spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to make a wrestling match look cinematic. And I think this really puts something to that.
He just had him in a fireman's carry and just put him head first into the wall.
Throwing him into a fucking door. But we can't exactly be surprised that Darby Allin just wants to take stupid bumps.
Yeah.
Literally his thing. It's also very strange Starks in a vest. I don't like it. Particularly a wife beater.
Yeah, he looks too much like The Rock.
The Pebble.
The Pebble.
Remember when that was a thing? Also, there's playing fucking chicken around this fucking cage. And Sting throws his bat at Starks in frustration.
Well, no, you haven't got a bat.
He caught him up real quick.
And he's got a bat.
Yeah, Starks didn't have the forethought to grasp the bat. But Sting doesn't need the bat. He just yeets it out of the fucking warehouse.
Yeah, what just...
Starks is going to him saying, you're nothing without that bat. You're nothing without it. Sting's like, oh yeah, yeet.
Yeah, he was a big guy back in the day, Sting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was in a tag team. Oh, God, what was it called?
Are you trying to sell me on how big Sting was?
I mean, like, body big.
Right.
Like, not like massive star. Like, that's like obvious.
Wolverine.
Yeah. Like massive. Because he was it the Blade Runners?
God, I wouldn't know
Was that his team with Warrior, Ultimate Warrior?
Fucking hell.
Because they came in together. Yeah, like if you go back and watch early WCW stuff, he's jacked.
Can you put? I noticed something when I first watched this, and I want to see if I made it up. So Cage is holding him in a suplex position, walking up the stairs, which is insane enough.
And you can tell like Darby's not up there properly, and he's muscling him.
That's fine. When I first watched it, I didn't see Cage kick that dustbin down. I thought it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I just thought like conveniently placed.
No, it was at the top of the stairs, and Cage just kicked it over.
Oh, fair
enough. I didn't think. I'm glad you saw it the same way I did, because I thought it just came out of nowhere. It's like they fucking planted it.
I like the fact that they've separated them now. So
it works for the fact it's cinematic, for sure.
Yeah.
Sting's caught up to Cage, though.
Okay. I like the ominous music as well.
Yeah, like really low string notes. But where's Ricky?
That's not an exit. Don't go out there.
How can you tell? Is it that big sign that says not an exit and the other big sign that says not an exit? Oh, don't go through that. It's not an exit.
He's gone through it.
What are you going to do now?
I really like the fact that you can hear the reverb of it when he's dropping the bats and things.
That's how you know they're not faking anything.
Yeah.
Ow. Rolling a barrel into fucking the back of Sting's legs, and I think he genuinely buckles then.
That probably looked better in his head.
Darby's got a long way to go in terms of bad bumps. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I think I can remember what happens.
There's two specific bumps I still remember from this, and still fucking good. Oof. What was that? Looks like a massive vinyl.
Was it a lid?
Whatever it was, he twatted Starks with it by accident.
Another ring?
I don't think so. No, but I think they've gone upstairs, so they're on the second floor
of
this building.
Yeah, I can remember what happens now. I just want to use the power. That's a cool shot. Yeah, the silhouette of them in front of the light,
in like the razor's edge position.
Yeah,
literally with Sting hitting him with a fire extinguisher and the glass jar straight onto Cage's head.
They know what they're doing, don't they? Oh, look, a table.
I wonder what we're going to do with that. Straight through.
The way he was running was so funny.
And the lighting actually makes Darby look more toned than he is.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like for clarification, Darby weighs the same as me.
That's nuts. I don't know if you weigh more than me or not. You're a bit taller than me, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I always have weighed a little bit more than you, but you've been more muscular. Darby and me are about 175. Darby being a spider again.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, look, there's a man in an orange balaclava. I wonder who it might be. Don't worry, you'll find out in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What was the point of him wearing that fucking balaclava?
No, it's a massive, muscly black guy.
And a tiny white guy to go with him.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's trash talking. I know, I don't like that at all.
Oh, Sting gets up, and then Cage immediately gets up. Don't throw that 60-year-old man into the fucking wall.
I thought he was going to throw him out the window. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Jesus.
Here you go, this is where you hear Hook. Here comes the nasty bump.
Oh, God.
Watch the landing of what happens after as well. So Hobbs and Cage just swing, quite literally swing Darby into like a plate glass. He goes through it, like sits down as he lands, and then the frame of the glass falls onto his head on top.
Oh, my God.
Darby, you mad bastard. And now it's 4-on-1 versus Sting.
Sting running down the stairs. I don't know why that was so funny.
Excuse me, it's 3-on-1 because Starks is still there in his fake Louis Vuitton trousers. Yeah, we've got this real horror movie vibe now because they're all stalking Sting.
Yeah, the way it's shot is really cool.
I told you, I loved this match. It was really good. It's a shame Darby wasn't able to recreate anything quite this well because he does it a lot.
I don't know what he's going to do when Sting retires.
He'll figure it out. It'll be fine. There you go. And the bat is always the equalizer for Sting. What were you saying about the second story window? That's a hell of a fucking drop.
Oh, Jesus. It goes all the way down there as well.
That must have been 20 feet.
Yeah.
Darby just flew down. I don't see any padding either.
Sting just stoically walks off.
Yeah, he's got another one to deal with.
What happened to Hobbs?
He got knocked out with a bat.
Oh, it broke on him. Yeah. That skull on the ring. Oh, is that Darby's face?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Stinger goes for the Stinger Splash onto Starks, and he pulls the turnbuckle cover off. So Sting goes face first into it. And there's a spear from Starks.
It was weird seeing a pin in this match after all of that.
That's the first one all match. Low blow from Starks, and the ref just kind of shakes his head.
He just hoists him up for a powerbomb and just holds him there. That's nuts.
More so, Sting does a fucking sunset flip out of it. What are you doing, you old man?
It's mad, isn't it? WWE wouldn't clear him to wrestle.
Yeah. Well, it's the same with Saraya. It could be something that they're just super careful about.
Yeah. If anything happened on our watch.
Yeah, particularly with Sting. Yeah. And then there's the Scorpion Death Drop. Sting and Darby win. Although if you'd been paying attention, you'd have known they've won.
Yeah.
Because Sting has never lost a match in AEW. Never.
That's crazy, isn't it?
You know, it's just a highlight of Darby just eating shit. Darby didn't even hit Cage from that dive.
No.
He completely missed him. I fucking loved that match.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
I wish they could bring more of that into the fold again. Cinematic matches, they're either brilliant or shit. So either way, they're entertaining. For every Firefly Funhouse, you get that stupid bollocks between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits.
What was the Boneyard match?
Yeah.
Taker's last match. That was great.
Yeah, it was great. And then you actually have the Firefly Funhouse match the next night.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that was the same Mania. Yeah, AJ Styles was main evented WrestleMania.
Doesn't surprise me.
I'm glad he finally did.
And now we got the main event.
We certainly have.
Oh, good.
Double or Nothing is a thing.
Funky music. I like this.
It's meant to give you the Vegas vibe, but it doesn't.
It seems a bit of a change from that brutal, dingy match.
It's quite a change of pace.
Some funky saxophone riff. Just in Darby Allin thrown through glass.
So recapping all the Dynamite stuff that's coming. The only thing that's worth noting is JR does the thing for the Inner Circle War Council. He calls them the Inter Circle. Because of course he does, you poorly man.
Oh, JR. That's weird seeing Darby with the TNT belt.
He had it not too long ago.
I know, it's so weird to me.
He seems like the kind of wrestler that never needs a belt.
Did that say drug on his knuckles? I assume it says drug-free.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, fair enough.
Darby seems the type.
Yeah.
So now we have Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley in a Charlotte's Web match for the AEW World Championship.
I didn't know they showed Anita on
Yeah,
on
they do show Anita. There's a lot of stuff with Anita in this video package, and he sort of says, like, this is perfectly fitting for you two.
Oh, it's actually him.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, fair play.
They actually filmed that for this match.
Because this is when Mox started coming out to Wild Thing, wasn't it? In the build-up to this.
Annoyingly, no.
Oh, what?
It was the worst when I did not hear that song. Couldn't have been more disappointed at the fact they didn't put Wild Thing in place for this.
Yeah, because I had it in my head that he either debuted it for this or used it in the build-up for it.
You could be forgiven for thinking so. It makes perfect sense for him to debut it here. Also, they sort of pitch it that Omega made the fucking thing, which might explain a few things.
I like because after this happened, they explained it, didn't they? And it was him and Kingston. And it was, if you're going to explain the shit that happened at the end, those two were the best to do it. And I can't remember if it's Kingston or Mox go, maybe Impact paid for the bomb.
I mean, that's a good way to turn it around. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but you've got to move on.
Here we go. What's this match called?
It's called a Lion, Witch and Wardrobe match.
Okay, cool. I'm so bored of Justin Roberts reading rules to me now.
His clothes don't fit him.
That's so... What?
His jacket is so much bigger than him.
It's like he's layered up with different colours. So he's like got a white layer, then a black layer, then a white, and then a black, and it's really strange.
See a tailor. There you go. Here comes Moxley to Not Wild thing.
I just shrugged.
Yeah, how did you?
Yeah.
Also in a fucking bejazzled jacket. Very out character.
I don't know how he walks like that. His shoulders go back when he goes forward.
I mean, it's just swagger. It's all swagger.
Yeah. So they actually talk about the match that I showed you then, the Anita Terry Funk match.
They do. They say that JR called up Terry Funk, and Terry Funk said, also, those two boys are doing an exploded barbed wire death match, are they? Good luck to them both. If you got any advice for him, Terry, learn to not be afraid of barbed wire.
Yep.
But I don't think any of it is gimmick barbed wire. Put that flask away,
Oh,
Mox.
God, is he drinking?
He's drinking.
Oh, this hasn't aged well at all, has it?
Nope. Oh, it's just awkward in hindsight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Particularly since it's a flask. I mean, at least Hangman, it was just a beer.
Mm.
We don't know what's in that thing. Could be fucking moonshine.
This is pre-kid?
Kid?
When he had a kid.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think he shaved his head when he did the rehab and had the kid with Renee.
Oh, yeah, because you have to, don't you?
Yeah, it's the rules. Why we still have ours for now. Dead for now.
I just had my head tattooed. That's what my hair's growing back.
Exactly.
But,
You still have your hair. It's not just gone all the time.
Look at the ref. It's in a hazmat suit.
That's Bryce Remsburg.
Right, when people say that, I don't know what they say when they say it's been treated with a flame retardant.
Retardant, yes.
Right, okay. That means flame proof.
Repellent, essentially,
Okay,
yes.
right. Because
It's very easy to mishear. I can get that.
yeah.
It's definitely retardant.
Okay. Get in the ring, Mox.
They're pointing out that those things are also booby trapped with bombs,
Oh yeah, there's only barbed wire on three sides.
so they can actually get in.
That jacket
Real
looks
tacky.
very Bon Jovi, doesn't
It's
it?
quite tacky, isn't it?
It's really Steel Panther, like
Steel Panther's more accurate.
Def Leppard sort of.
You're not a dad yet, Mox.
He's got a gnarly scar on the back of his head.
We got gnarly scars fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it's almost as cool as mine.
Yep.
No, it's not. It's all right. I fainted in a science class and had to have my head sewed back together. It's around here somewhere.
I can't say much. The only scar I have is on the palm of my hand, and it's because I stabbed myself with a standard fucking knife, like the ones you eat with.
You were calling me emo earlier.
I didn't do it deliberately. Trying to separate frozen hamburgers.
With a knife?
What
Jesus.
was the stand? I didn't think I was actually going to pierce my skin with it. That wasn't a fucking steak knife. Wow. I just put that much force into it. There was a lot of blood.
Yeah, I bet.
And I went into shock. Don't go into shock.
No.
That's the white t-shirt I was telling you about.
It's a cool t-shirt. It's a cool design. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same as the original.
I could see why. But obviously, with it being a white t-shirt, it really showcases the blood you see.
Oh, yeah. They know what they're doing.
If it was a black t-shirt, it wouldn't quite work as well.
I understand wearing a t-shirt in a barbed wire match.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't understand wearing a t-shirt in a barbed wire match. Because that's not going to do anything. Like, if you fall into barbed wire wearing a t-shirt, that's going to go through you whether you're wearing a t-shirt or not.
Yeah, it's not going to stop it barbing you, but I think it probably reduces the ability of your skin getting ripped away.
Yeah,
I think that's the only thing I can think would do it. Justin Roberts stays well away from the ring for the introductions.
Well, yeah, his hair would go up immediately. The fighting pride of the East Side. I've never heard Mox.
Of Cincinnati, Ohio. So he's the pride of one half of the city he's from.
Oh, he's drinking from the flask.
Stop drinking from the flask. Oh, that's a brown tongue. That's whiskey. That's probably whiskey he's drinking.
Yeah, that's not Dr. Pepper, is it?
I think this was just before Kenny's belt collector thing as well. He was about to win everything.
Oh, way to give away the ending, Jez.
Know what you're talking about.
Hang on. He's the champion and he's 4-0.
For the year. We're only in March.
Oh, 2021 record.
Yeah, we're only in March. You look so scared.
I just like the way they go through that massive introduction of both. Oh, and the ref's broke for it.
I forgot about that part.
No one cares about the ref. These guys are about to blow themselves up.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, I guess.
I love his knee pads over his jeans.
Wow, they weren't going to come out in fucking wrestling tights, were they? Or trunks. They were going to cover those legs.
Yeah. I'll have to show you one of my favourite ECW matches is Sabu versus Terry Funk in a barbed wire match.
Jesus Christ.
And they have to get cut out at the end, and they're still fighting each other. Like, they legit got tangled in the...
and they just kept going.
They kept fighting. Yeah, the people are got wire cutters and cutting them, and they're still punching each other. It's mental. But it's Terry Funk and Sabu, so that's the match. If you've ever watched the Rise and Fall of ECW, Sabu goes into the corner and cuts his bicep.
Oh, he duct tapes it.
Duct tapes it back together. Yeah, it's that match.
Yeah.
And it's so horrible.
There are certain hardcore wrestlers where you wish they'd been in the same area. Like, I'd like to see Nick Gage wrestle either of those two.
Yeah.
Because Nick Gage almost died, but he didn't have the forethought to tape up his arm.
No.
He just thought, fuck it, let me go.
If you're getting shoved into barbed wire face first, my thought wouldn't be, better stick my tongue out to protect myself. It's like, what was it when Ruby Soho was wrestling Britt Baker, and she's going for like the mandible, and Ruby Soho's going, no! So what are you doing?
Clench your jaw, you daft cow.
Shut your mouth. They made it for a good photo, yeah, but...
Yeah, the beginning of the match, it's quite slow.
Yeah, it's
because they're both trying to avoid the ropes.
Oh, I just touched your foot.
Ooh, these were married now.
My feet touch me. Fuck,
obviously. Ain't no backdrop going to stop Kenny from breaking that fucking headlock.
I mean, it's an exploding barbed wire death match. First one in America. Start with a 5-minute headlock.
They got to fill that half an hour somehow.
It's almost comedy-esque, isn't it? Like, whoa! They go near
I will say as well, like, when they do hit the ropes, it's kind of underwhelming. I mean, they showed a clip of one Onita match where the bombs weren't quite what they normally are. And that's what you get here. But I've seen some where, like, one side of the ring just becomes a wall of smoke.
Yeah.
You don't get that here. Although I think Omega legitimately gets something in his eye during the match.
The Funk match that I showed you.
Yeah.
Like, you literally can't see anything like when it explodes. It's like, shit, did that actually just explode? Oh. Yeah, Callis is talking about how they put it together and they built it.
So who's to blame then? Is it Impact? Don't think it is. It's your shoddy craftsmanship, Kenny. Whenever the bombs go off in this, I want you to pay attention to how they try to sell it on commentary, particularly at the end.
Okay. I can't remember the fallout of this. Did they ever explain it on TV?
If they did, I didn't see it.
Because if they had come forward and said, "Oh yeah, we planned it like that the whole time," it would have been shit, but it would have been an explanation. First bit of barbed wire used. Better put your hand over the end. Grew up tough on the streets of Winnipeg.
He's about him and Jericho would have.
Actually, yeah, Jericho's renowned for being pretty fucking tough, isn't he?
Man squared up to fucking Brock Lesnar. Yeah. No hesitation.
And Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he took Goldberg down.
Jericho don't give a fuck.
If Bryce just touched that, you can see the barbed wire wobbling there, and he went...
No. Throwing some dust in Moxley's eyes he can't see. Just
what was that?
Swinging the bat. I think it was just some dust he had on hand.
Just some dust.
Yeah, just a bit of dust.
A bit of pocket dust. Oh,
yeah. Kind of middle of the road, isn't it?
I mean,
they look like party poppers on the actual ropes.
I mean, I made you watch FMW in the build-up to this. Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty, like, this is the first time this has happened in America. Too much of a badass to quit.
Well, he quit WWE. Oh! So, yeah, after looking it up, they played it off as Kenny playing a prank on Mox and Eddie to make him look stupid.
Right, okay.
That's how they played it off. But I think this was just a comedy of errors for a few reasons. First of all, I'm guessing they didn't test this. I have to assume they didn't test it. And secondly, I think it was a mistake to put it in Daly's place, which is a small arena where you can't really do an explosion like that without setting off everything.
It's enclosed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If most I have to assume most Japanese death matches like that, they've taken place in stadiums.
Yeah, big stadiums, like
with an
open air
open top.
things, yeah.
Yeah, so the smoke can only go up. It just goes through the top of the stadium.
Doesn't fill the stadium.
Smoke that came off that thing wouldn't fill my lungs, Jack.
I mean, they might have thought they could get away with it because of the amount of people in the crowd. Maybe it's not full, is it? It's at nowhere near capacity.
Yeah, but just have everyone back away. You can still do a decent explosion.
Yeah.
Not a fucking set of sparklers.
Mox's blood is very red. And that sounded really stupid, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
But it looks like...
Can't fake that.
His blood looks a really weird colour, or what I mean. I picture blood as in like a deep red. That's more rouge.
I think people are just used to seeing it when it sort of coagulates.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if Moxley's just got really thin blood.
I'm going to stop talking because I don't really know what I mean.
Jesus. There you go. Moxley goes straight into the board with all the barbed wire on it. Oh, God, it's just caught all over.
You can see it like stuck in the T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. At least you know they're not gimmicking the barbed wire. Those have actual barbs on them. There you go. It's all catching on the shirt and not on the skin. So that's exactly why it's there. There you go. And the shirt is just ripping.
Yeah, because the camera keeps going really close to it, I think, to sort of show it off a bit.
Don't touch that, Kenny. He goes up to the top rope and almost grabs the exploding rope. Don't know why you would want to do a moonsault in a match like this, but whatever you want, Kenny.
I don't know if you've ever had blood in your eyes.
I can't say I have.
It stings.
I bet
a lot. When I was in Thailand, I was doing a fight with a guy, and he elbowed me on the top of the head, and it rattled me a bit, and I didn't think anything of it, and then my eyes started stinging because it was so hot out there, and the skin is so thin. He cut me on top of the head, and I got blood in my eyes, and that hurt more than the actual elbow on top of the head. Yeah, it was horrible.
So that's 2 explosions we've had now. One on Mox, one on Kenny.
So they explode every time something's hit.
Anytime something hits the ropes, yeah.
So it's not just like a one and done kind of.
Well, I think that was twice actually on that one rope. So yeah,
it does look pretty cool, isn't it? When you get the right angle, it looks really impressive.
But it might be because in those Japanese matches they all set off at once.
All 4 sides.
Yeah, possibly. No, I mean like all of the ones on one rope. Because obviously for them to do it multiple times, there's going to be multiple set up to trigger at different times. Get a new catchphrase, JR.
Yeah.
$2 steak is kind of overdone.
Tougher than old boots.
Oof. Suplex into the other board covered in barbed wire. I think Kenny didn't really get as much of it as Mox did.
Oh, that was horrible. It's like he went face first into it.
Bryce is just jumping at any sudden movement. Moxley picks up the chair covered in barbed wire, and Bryce is like, no, don't hit me.
Have they only... Oh, no, they've gone into 2 of the 3 sides, haven't they?
Yeah, it's that far side they haven't.
Yeah.
As look, on the hard cam view, it's the left-hand side.
I think we're about to find out.
I think when they do hit that side is when Kenny, I think, actually gets something in his eye, because he goes face first. I think they hit at the same time, actually. Got a chair on his ass.
Oh God, that genuinely looks stuck as well. What is JR talking about?
What did he say? I didn't catch it.
Something about protection and being penetrated.
Oh my.
No, a barbed wire match, JR.
Moxley, you fucking madman. Wrapping barbed wire around his own arm. I think he's planning on doing the bulldog choke.
Are they chanting ECW?
I think so.
Neither of them were in ECW.
Nope.
The only one close to it is Don Callis on commentary.
Close. He was there.
Yeah. And Taz, who was just here.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not getting hit with that just yet.
Another Snapdragon.
Oh, such a good-looking move.
Moxley's powering out, though. What are you doing, Bryce? You used some fucking breakdancing. What was that? Started hopping on one leg.
What happened to that table? It's broken. It's such a mad position.
That was when Kenny had that suplex on him.
Oh, that was that. Yeah, the weird.
To hit at the bottom of the board. There you go. We're halfway through. 15 minutes until the ring goes off. There
we go.
Look at Kenny.
Oh yeah, shit.
He's asking for water. I think he genuinely got something in his eye. That could have gone so wrong.
Did Bryce just throw the bottle of water at him?
Someone threw it to Bryce and he didn't catch it. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, that looked legit.
Oh, his face was right there. I say that could have gone so much worse. He could have lost an eye.
That could have been some shrapnel, maybe, from something.
I don't know if we've got like tiny bits of gunpowder or anything in the.
Yeah, like a little pellet or something.
I think Mossy's lost a tooth.
Yeah, we've all lost teeth.
Lost one of those little mate.
Yeah, overrated teeth anyway.
Grow up. Don't rip your shirt, Moxley. You need that. Yeah, they're both on the apron, and there's only two ways this can happen. One of you is going to hit the ropes, in which case, boom, or one of you is going to hit that fucking board at the bottom, in which case, boom.
Yeah.
What's annoying though is they bill it as if there are landmines under those boards.
Right.
That's the word they use. They said landmines.
Landmines.
That's what they said.
In FMW, they legitimately did use floating landmines in the water.
Yeah.
They had a floating ring. Man, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, don't leave the ring.
Well, yeah, I saw an interview with Mike Awesome, and he asked one of the guys, like, what's the deal with those? Oh, fucking hell!
Look at that landmine.
I mean, the bump was horrible to
the
watch.
paradigm shift onto the fucking barbed wire board. Yeah, of course. But
the explosion, is so shit. It takes away from the bump.
It also went outwards. It didn't go anywhere near him. You were saying about Mike Awesome and the floating death match?
Yeah, but he asked, well, what's the deal with these things? And the guy went, oh, yeah, don't go near them. Fucking hell, they'll proper explode. And he's like, oh, brilliant. I had to get taken out to this ring by this little dinghy and avoid these fucking massive floating landmines.
Yeah, Moxley just has not moved from the board. Omega cleared it, but Moxley's just there.
He's like, fuck, this was supposed to be the other way round.
I told you not to tear your shirt. And now look what's happened.
He's in for a penny, in for a pound. Did he say your man's cut open like a button?
I don't think he said button, but I didn't catch what he said.
Like a button?
Well, marks up you get. Because it's so tentative.
He's just getting off so daintily.
Like you're sneaking down the stairs without waking your parents up.
It's like when you get in the bath and the water's too hot and you lower yourself down. But instead of a hot bath, it's barbed wire.
They're legitimately hurting themselves.
For our entertainment.
We're just here pulling funny faces.
Oh. No.
Fuck me.
Oh, he is a bloody mess. And he's bloody as well. Bryce just got in the ring like an absolute athlete then. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see that, but he got through the good side. He's going to be cocky about it.
Yeah, flew in. Straight over the ropes.
And he's bleeding so much, he looks more like Kane. I said what I said.
Okay. I mean, having never seen this match before, it's actually really good. Like the match is pretty good. Apart the explosions are a bit but I'm finding myself getting drawn into it and forgetting to speak.
I think that it just comes down to the production design of it, and I have to assume they didn't test it.
Yeah, if it was just a barbed wire match, I think it would have been really good.
Oh yeah.
But then you wouldn't have got the ending to it.
There's no stakes, is there, with that?
Yeah.
So the match has to end, otherwise everybody dies. Although they say, after 30 minutes, the ring will explode and all the bombs will go off. Whoever survives after that will be world champion.
Yeah.
So they could be a quadruple amputee by the end of the match, but they're still champion, as long as they survive.
Does Omega normally do power bombs?
No. I think that they point out it's an Onita style powerbomb.
Oh, okay.
That's what Onita used to do. A lot of paying homage.
Well, yeah, the ending is just straight.
Who was it who went to save him? Because you showed me the clip in the FMW episode, but I can't remember who it was that saved him.
It's Terry Funk in the ring, and it's Onita that lies on top of him. But yeah, it's straight that match. So why is the ring not exploding then?
Because it's not the ropes. Yeah. Almost like there's someone with a magic button. I like this spot. So Kenny does hit the one-winged angel. 1, 2. Moxley put his foot on the rope to set off the explosion to distract Kenny.
Yeah, I like that.
Out of pure desperation, you had to harm yourself even further in order to stay in the match.
So this is before someone kicked out.
I don't think anyone has in AEW yet.
Omega has.
Oh, yeah. No one's kicked out of Omega's. I don't think. Hangman might have.
I don't think anyone should have kicked out of it.
No, I agree. But I think it was the Young Bucks, wasn't it? They did it on him and he kicked out and won.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the Elite in particular. Whenever someone uses their own move on them, they kick out of one.
I quite like that though.
Just out of pure fuck you.
It's really silly, but yeah, I think finishers should be protected.
Yeah, but I think certain ones need to be. I think one counts for stuff like that need to be really sparse, because I think of Tyler Bate and Walter as well.
I was just gonna say,
that's the perfect example. And here come the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Yep, they're in there. But they're technically Impact people at this point. But
I was going to say, I don't remember them being there at all.
But they had a good deal with Impact at this point.
Yeah, of course they did, yeah.
And Kenny gets his own barbed wire bat, which has an explosion inside it. That'll do it. And Moxley kicks out at 2 for having an explosion in his face.
That felt like a long 2.
Yeah. He's probably dazed.
Did he just rip his mask off?
No, he ripped his sleeve off.
Oh, right.
Brent's only got one sleeve now.
Has he got a ref top under there? Oh, that's perfect.
Oh,
look at that. What just happened to Callis's voice?
I don't know, but there's a one-winged angel onto the chair.
Oh, Jesus, that did not look like a good landing.
Onto a sat-down chair as well, so the thing collapsed under his weight. It didn't close. 1, 2, Kenny retains the title.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think we're sitting at about 4 minutes before it goes off.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Justin Roberts, look, just putting the belt.
Yeah, I'm not touching this.
I'm just going to put it there.
Have that.
Yeah, so they're talking about it then. No one's kicked out of it then.
I have a feeling this is post that kick out from Kenny, though. I'm pretty sure it was way earlier in AEW history because it was when Omega and Hangman became tag champs, and at this point Hangman's defected to the Dark Order. So it's definitely before this, but no one's kicked out of Kenny's specifically. Here comes Callis, just to remind them that the ring's about to explode. So, you're right, Kenny. We need to go.
We need to leave.
But yeah, make sure Moxley can't get out of here first.
The way Callis moves is really weird as well. Like, he doesn't move his head. Is that just me?
No.
He seems to, like,
yeah.
He moves really robotically. Someone shout, "What did he do to you?" He's just wrestled half an hour in an exploding barbed wire match.
What did he do to you? Just gestures at everything. This! Look at my top! Look at me! I like this. I quite like this heel Kenny, the belt collector thing, where he's just really cocky and saying, "I'm the best at fucking everything. Fuck you."
Why is Carl Anderson wearing a belt now?
Impact champion, or is a champion in Japan? I don't know. I don't recognize the belt.
Oh, was he like open weight champion? Was he?
Yeah,
maybe?
That might be what it is.
Yeah, I don't recognise that belt at all. It's like an oval. It's really weird, isn't it?
Mm.
Or the never weight.
Yeah, the never open weight. It might be that New Japan one. This is when the Good Brothers were kind of floating everywhere other than WWE.
Mm.
So they've handcuffed John Moxley, so he can't really move.
They should have hog-tied him.
I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
But that
you couldn't do that on a TV program, I don't think. Yeah.
That's one reason, yeah, but I think it quite literally eliminates the possibility of him being able to get out. I don't think like Kingston would be able to drag him out if he was hogtied. I think we look about 90 seconds now, maybe a minute. Well, we'll know when it's a minute because that's when the alarm's going off.
Is Mox supposed to be unconscious because he's looking at Omega and keeps closing his eyes? He's like, is he going to... No, maybe no. Kenny's just stopped selling now, is he?
Oh, he's recovered after a couple of minutes. There you go. There's the 1 minute warning.
Alice.
I want to back away from the ring a bit. You two commentators, you're fine where you are.
Yeah,
stay right there.
Definitely stay there.
I'm going to back away, though. I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to fire. Here comes Eddie. The Butcher's there as well. Butcher and Blade and Bunny are there as well. They fucking hightailed out of there real fast.
It's literally the same as the Funk Onita spot, isn't it?
Yeah, with 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Oh, for God's sake.
Listen to the commentators.
They don't know what to do they?
No, they're like, this shit.
Of course, Kingston didn't see it, did he? He would have been covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that's horrible. It's so bad.
At some point, I think it's now, Tony says, the smoke has filled the arena. I can see fine, mate. I don't know about you. What a wet fart to a great match.
That's so unfortunate, isn't it? You can't feel any heat at all, Tony. What are you talking about?
Feel the heat from the explosions, can you? Even Callis is still selling it, so the fucking prank thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
Callis is like, we've got 2 less contenders for this title now. Oh, this was a great success. Not a scratch on them.
Yeah, no one knows what to do. But at what cost?
About 50 quid at a fireworks shop. That's the cost.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. It's just...
Casualties? What are you talking about, JR?
Oh, they're selling it like it's deadly serious as well.
Like, Kingston's playing like he's unconscious.
Well, like, he had his face in the mat and he was covered, didn't he? Jerry Lynn?
Yeah, he just heard it. He didn't see it. Moxley wouldn't have seen either.
That's Jerry Lynn going, that looks shit, by the way. And he's going, oh, for fuck's sake. I know Kingston explained it away by saying that because he thought it was going to be an explosion, his anxiety went off.
Yeah, he said he had a panic attack.
And he panic attack and passed out. Which, I mean, if there's one sort of silver lining, is it happened to those two.
Yeah, and they're the best two.
If anyone was going to play it off, Kingston and Mox.
With their demons, yeah, it makes perfect sense to play it off that way.
Because anything Kingston says is believable.
Oh, yeah.
And if he would have, like, the way he explained it was just like, yeah, like, fair enough.
And that, yeah, what a wet fart of an ending to a really good match. And a pretty decent pay-per-view, to be honest.
Yeah, the last two matches were really good.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more on that. It took a while to pick up, but when it picked up, it really picked up.
Yeah.
So, ups and downs, like most pay-per-views. So, thank you all for listening to us talk over AEW Revolution 2021. Consider giving us a like, a comment, a follow, a subscribe, whatever you're on. Any difference you can make to us, we would greatly appreciate it. Thanks again, and we will catch you in the next episode.